I think.
Yep.
Raise your hand if you're not here.
Raise your hand if you're not here.
I'm
Exactly.
raising my hand.
I mean, I'll raise my hand too. What the hell? I'm not
I
proud.
I will give you a heads up. I'm expecting a phone call at like 7, so I might hop like out of the chat for a second or
Okay,
a
no
couple
worries.
minutes and then be right back.
Mm.
I'll just make sure that like an NPC addresses you directly, right as that happens,
Yeah, right as
Oh.
that
Perfect.
happens. Yep.
Perfect.
and we'll all just sit here awkwardly like, hmm.
Yeah.
Doo, doo,
I'm
doo.
saying the
Actually, that
plans
happens
for
sometimes
tomorrow
anyway,
and
because somebody will like go AFK without saying anything, and then we're like,
yeah.
crap, are they not there anymore?
Yeah, I'm just saying the plans for tomorrow and they're getting off of work at 7. So they'd call me. So
Cool. Um, so for the recap, our last session,
We're in the desert.
yeah, um, I think
Basilisk blood
That's
harvested.
I think it might have been a pretty short session. I think the only thing that really happened was is you guys because you guys had went through. I don't think that was the same session you guys went through and got out of uh, the city of Azir. Like I think that was the session before. So this was after you guys got out of Azir, and you guys are traveling through the desert, and you guys had seen like the signs of like a basilisk attack. Like you found some people that had been
Mhm.
petrified. Um, and kind of were like, well, if we run into that, you guys didn't like kind of decide to like hunt the basilisk necessarily, but you guys ended up kind of crossing paths with it anyway, and decided since it's there, we might as well take care of it. Maybe we can rescue those one of those guys that's been petrified because like one of them looked like it was recent enough that you think that it
Yeah,
is feasible that you could, and um some of you, I don't remember who, but somebody made the knowledge check and knew that like
I did.
if you kill a
The
basilisk, you can use its blood to depetrify someone that as long as
Malistic.
it loses
Yeah.
the potency if you don't have a within like an hour. Although we did leave off that a skilled enough alchemist, which we might have, um,
Hopefully.
could possibly stabilize the basilisk blood enough to perhaps make a permanent um, stone to skin salve. Um, so that was kind of where we left off. But as you guys fought the basilisk, nobody got petrified. I think most of you guys kind of fought it with your eyes closed to like avoid dealing with
Mhm.
that, or fought it from far enough away that it couldn't affect you because you guys knew it had like a 30-foot range on its gaze attack.
Question,
Um,
Pluto. You said stone to skin salve. Did you mean stone to flesh or stone to skin?
stone to flesh probably is what I meant.
Okay, that probably makes more sense.
It
But
only turns
permanent stone skin would be
We
pretty
can
good.
turn stone into stone.
it turns stone into just skin and nothing else.
Oh. Oh god. That
It's
reminds me
he's
of that
just skin now.
mantis thing.
Ugh.
Mantis played a
What-
character where like the skin comes off of your character and it creates a double of you. I
Oh
don't
yeah,
remember what
yeah.
it is. It's so
That's like
gross.
a that's like some
Doppelganger.
yeah, it's like a spell.
It's so gross.
Mhm.
Um it's like a nastier version of astral projection kind of. Like you can send the
Mhm.
skin version of yourself off to go do stuff while like
But
this
it's just your
skinless version
skin.
of you
It don't
is
have
like sitting
eyes.
behind. Yeah, it's a great spell. um so yeah, that's kind of where I left it at. So if um Tactic would like, he might be able to for sure you can get probably get like a dose of the blood just to like pour onto that one to the one statue there, but that is like still intact. But you might also be able to use an alchemy check to create a dose of like a permanent dose as well to save for later.
I
So
mean, I get, let's see,
you're pretty good at alchemy, right?
14 with an asterisk. Let's see what the asterisk is.
The asterisk is probably you get a bonus specifically for crafting alchemical items, if I remember right.
Probably. I'm not seeing anything. But yeah, plus 14. So I'm gonna give it a shot.
Okay. Okay, that is a very good roll. Um, so yeah, you may add 2 doses of stone to flesh. What is it?
Nice.
What's the name of the solve specific?
Stone Self.
Stone salve. Yep, that's the
Yeah.
stuff. You may add 2 doses of stone salve to your inventory.
Okay.
Ointment can be applied to a petrified creature, returns it stone to flesh. If you apply it to a non-petrified creature, it actually does protect the creature as a stone skin spell. Cast for
Out of
level 13. So
curiosity, there was someone here that we thought we might be able to revive with this.
yes,
Wait,
so you guys had passed
Back
somebody.
down the path.
But
Yeah,
we
so
have
there
to.
were 2 people
you
though.
can
So
use
we'd
just the
we'd be
basilisk
using
blood.
Okay.
Yeah, you don't use
So
these doses for that. As long as you get back to them within like about an hour, just the blood by itself should be enough. But the blood is only good for about an hour.
Mhm.
The stone salve is like stabilized and will be good for as long as you have it. Um, so yeah, you can keep it in case you need to depetrify someone later, or you could use it for stone skin if you feel like for level 13 stone skin, which is pretty damn good. It's 130 points of damage reduction, 10 adamantine. Um, so
Mhm.
I can create an item for you in the loot sheet if you'd like to drop in there.
pretty please.
Okay, give me a second. Pendium is loading. Wait, where'd my loot guy go? Oh, here he is. They're in their own folder. Okay. Two stone salves. So you should be able to, if you want to, hit the little give item button. It looks like the like a like a gift, like a Christmas gift, and gift it to yourself, and it will remove it from the loot sheet. I think you can drag it onto your sheet as well, but that doesn't remove it from the loot. So if you do that, just let me know and I'll remove it out myself. Do you guys
Mm-mm.
remember? Do you guys remember what you guys had found out about the person that you saw that was petrified in the desert that you guys passed?
They were
Elf?
a
Correct.
nomadic tribesman.
Yep, they were one of the nomads of the Napsum Mountains, which are, um, the mountains nearby.
That's right. We were thinking if we save them, help them, then maybe their tribe would be, not as against outsiders.
Hmm.
They'd welcome us more.
Mm-hmm. So I guess we start trekking back to the statue. And what it was, there was multiple statues, but only one of them seemed like we can actually save them
Yeah, the other
in
ones look
time.
like they had uh, deteriorated or been
Nada.
consumed by the basilisk enough that you could kind of still see that it probably was someone at one point, but if you tried to cast it on now, they probably would not survive. But this
Wait, basilisk
one,
eat stone?
yes, they do. When
Oh,
they
that
when they
makes so much more
petrify
sense.
when they
Okay.
petrify stuff, they usually eat the people they petrify.
So it turns out drag and drop duplicates the item. So yeah.
Yes, that's why I said if you drag and drop it from there, it'll put in your sheet, but it won't remove it.
Derek's like, I have 200 salves.
No, I have two.
Did you just delete it yourself from the loot sheet after you took it?
No, I ended up transferring it the regular way and deleting the one I accidentally duplicated.
Gotcha. Yeah, it's not quite as like I kind of wish that my old loot sheet plugin that I had still worked because I don't think this version is as elegant, but I also understand why they don't support it anymore because I'm like, what's the point? It kind of you can now do it technically with no add-on, but it's just not as elegant in my opinion. But it works. All right, so you guys trek back about an hour from where back the way you came to get back to um, this clearing that had in the desert that had statues. Um, and you see the one for the desert nomad that is still intact. Do
I apply blood.
you anoint the statue with basilisk blood? Okay. Um, and you see like the stone on it starts to kind of see it kind of crack in a little bit and then like flakes off, and the person who was in kind of like a um like an alert pose or anything, he kind of like all of a sudden untenses and kind of collapses to the ground onto his knees, and he's panting, he's looking around, you can tell like he's disoriented. um and he speaks a language I don't know if anybody in the party speaks. um
mm,
You alive? You good? You good?
um does anybody in the party speak Osiriani?
No.
I do not.
no.
No.
But
Okay.
if I notice that, oh, I
You can
opened
tell
Does
he's
Ellie.
my
speaking.
sword speak Assyriani?
Um, that is a good question. I don't think so, though.
Okay.
But how many languages does your sword know? Like by default, does it get any like for the black
I
blade?
don't know. It doesn't have like
Doesn't.
any like bonus intelligence. Not yet. It will soon.
Yeah, so I
I
think
think it just speaks the languages I do.
it probably just it probably speaks common and maybe still speaks Aslanti.
Yeah.
I'll be right back.
Yeah, anybody who has linguistics might be able to identify what language he's speaking.
I don't know if I do.
So tactic does say you said something to him in common, right? No, were you still there? I think he might have went AFK
I
too.
think he said BRB, but yeah, I think he did.
Yeah, you said you're safe or we're
Yeah,
saving
yeah,
you or
yeah.
something like that.
He does like say something in common. Then he like points to himself, and well, it's not quite common. He points to himself and he says Jabir.
Is that his name?
He wants a beer?
Job beer.
He wants
Jabir.
I speak up and say Efoot, and I point to myself.
Okay, he points at you, says Efoot, points to himself and says Jabir.
I point to him and say Jabir, and then I point to myself and say Efoot.
He nods.
I'll
I also nod.
I'll introduce myself, Malice, like bow a little bit.
Okay.
I excitedly jump up and go tick.
Okay. He does a similar thing he did with Efoot. He points to you and says your name, points to himself and says Jabir,
Mhm.
and kind of tries to do like an introduction to he'll turn to Vander and Shazra and look at them expectantly.
What?
He points at himself and says Jabir, and then looks at you expectantly.
I pull out my sword and I point to him.
He holds his hands up and backs away, bows his head down.
I say that'll be enough. I sheath my sword.
Efoot says crazy man and like makes like crazy gestures. Maybe he understands miming.
Oh, that's crazy.
I say nothing and pretend to be a rabbit.
Yeah, he doesn't even pay any attention to the rabbit. He just assumes if he even notices the rabbit, he just assumes it's someone's
if
pet.
I would
Don't worry,
guess
even
that
I forget about the rabbit.
being as I'm riding on a big rat and have a rabbit with me, he probably just thinks I have 2 pets.
Yeah, he's like, oh, that it's a rat folk druid or something.
Actually, you three are just my pets. That's what it really comes down to.
Mm,
And then we're all Shawsworth's
interesting.
pets in the end. Oh.
I don't know
how
about
I
that.
feel about that.
But well, you've endeared yourself to him, Efoot. What are we gonna do with him now?
We could put a leash on him and
I
walk
speak to
him.
him the only way goblins know how to speak to people. I start drawing in the sand, and I make an image of like a little village.
Okay.
And I point to him and ask, and then I like shrug my shoulders, like question mark.
Just don't write because it steals your soul.
Yeah, I don't know how to write. I'm
He-
drawing.
He looks at it and he kind of like looks at you and kind of tries to like nod, and he does like a waving his hands like follow me kind of motion toward, and he
Alright.
points towards the mountain, the Napsoon Mountains.
Okay.
So towards the southeast.
Well, just in case the others didn't figure out what was going on, Ephus says, I think his village might be that way.
All right. I mean, we were kind of in the spot where it was like trying to figure out where to go.
Yeah, your plan had
So
been kind of to go to Maniket, but
mm,
you do know as well that like the nomadic the different some of the nomadic like tribes within Rahadum have
mhm,
representatives within the Council of Elders as well. So
okay.
there was some, I remember there was somebody, I don't remember who, but somebody was speculating like, well, maybe this would be helpful because we could talk to his tribe and
Not only that, but
maybe
they
figure
might
out.
have a lot. They might have a lot more info about the whole nation as a whole because they are nomadic and they move around and
They'd have a different perspective at the very least, right?
yeah, yeah. Instead of running into like city folk that don't know anything.
I mean, that's one way to look at it.
Hmm.
Okay, so he begins leading you, kind of similar direction of where you guys were going originally, but at some point he does kind of like turn, uh, kind of like south, a little bit more south than where you guys were going,
Hmm. All right.
and yeah, you guys would probably be like you guys are still technically kind of following along the Jodin River, um, and but you guys are pretty far upstream, and he actually comes to a spot um, on the Jodin River where it looks like there's like a little like a spot where you can kind of ford it. Like it's pretty wide, but he begins like wading through the pretty shallow, relatively shallow water actually.
For who?
For him, it might be kind of tall for Efoot and for Billy especially, but
And tactic.
Oh
But I
god,
get to
wet
ride on a rat.
rats. Oh no.
yeah.
I use let's see. Let's see if I can do it.
This is like refreshing for the plant. He's like, ah, yes.
Yep,
Nourish
pretty
me.
much.
I mean, you guys are in a desert in the middle of summer. It's actually probably might not feel bad for most of you guys, honestly.
I don't know. Goblins endure a lot of stuff. I'm not sure what is actually horrible for them.
I rolled a strength check to see if I can carry some of them across the river.
Oh yeah, sure.
I cast Mud
Well,
Buddy,
obviously. Oh yeah.
You
and I will
cast.
have
Yeah, but
Mud Buddy.
Mud
Mud
Buddy-
Buddy
swim-
gets washed away by the river.
No, Mud Buddy has a swim speed of 30 feet.
Little by
so-
little, his little dirt grains just wash
Does he have a
away.
swim speed of 30 feet?
He does indeed.
Oh yeah, he does. It's if you cast him in. He doesn't walk in water. He just gains a swim speed.
Huh.
Yep. So I'll have him swim me across.
Because if it was an unseen servant, it would walk. It could walk across water, but because it's a mud buddy, it just gets a swim speed instead.
Don't unseen service just float?
Yeah, basically.
Yeah.
yeah. So I pick up whoever
I
needs
think they
it.
technically walk with unseen servant,
I'm not sure. I don't know.
but
Does our friend notice me cast the spell and watch what happens, or is he not paying attention?
he, if he does notice, he doesn't really react in any way.
Okay.
Weird ass bunny.
Anyways, that's how I get across.
I mean, he lives in Galarian. I mean, everything's weird
Hmm.
here.
Here's
I
here's
guess the water's
Jabir.
shallow, you said, so maybe he just carries me across if it's not too deep.
Who, Jabir?
No, the Mud Buddy.
Oh, the mud buddy. Yeah, mud buddy probably does. You're really Is the mud buddy a medium sized actually? Does it say?
It doesn't
I think they're
say.
small.
Oh, it's small. It's small minion.
It's small. Okay, so it's like the
Yeah.
size of E-foot.
But also, it doesn't have to like breathe or anything. So if the water like
Yeah,
goes up to it, it's
I mean it
fine.
can. It's
Or
a strength
whatever.
5, and you're
I don't have to
around
breathe
it.
either. Watch. Plug my nose and start swimming.
I don't have to breathe for like 2
A
minutes
whole minute. Too.
if I stay really still. If I stay really still, maybe even 3 minutes. But yeah, he leads you for a while. It's starting to get like, the sun's starting to set. You guys had been traveling
Mhm.
most of the
Before.
day beforehand, but when he gets to the south side of the river, the south side of the river, once you guys are all ashore again, he continues up, going like further upstream a little ways.
Mhm.
And he stops a couple times, and it looks like he's like looking around. You guys can roll a perception check as well.
Ooh.
Okay, those are good rolls. You can tell that maybe Shazra isn't able to tell, but everybody else is able
Aha.
to spot the that he's like tracking. He's basically tracking, like it looks like a group to like find his way to them.
Ah, because
Okay.
they're like,
Nomadic.
yeah.
Yeah.
They don't settle.
But yeah,
Okay.
this goes on, and as it happens, a little before like, or maybe even a little bit, like just as the sun's setting, you actually do see like you see some like smoke up ahead, and Jabir looks like he looks back, and he looks like excited, and he kind of points that way and says something in Assyrian, and seems to like pick up his pace as he moves towards them.
Yeah.
All right.
Okie doke. Who's our? Yeah, I cast comprehend languages on Shazra. Can I do that? Or is it self only? Personal is personal. I cast
It's personal,
comprehend
yeah.
languages on myself. I'm not
Okay.
about to allow a village to talk shit about me as I pass through it.
That's
Okay.
good.
Okay. So yeah, as you get closer, like there's some people kind of standing. You see that it's kind of set up like kind of temporary constructions. They're like basically um they're basically kind of like they're pretty well uh pretty strongly built tents, basically.
Oh.
Mm.
Like that you can tell that they can easily pick them up and move them about, but um, a lot of them have very like elaborate and very well like constructed um, like designs and stuff on them. Like you can tell that they're like um, that they're if you slept in one of them, you'd be very well sheltered, despite them being the like sort of more temporary nature of them.
They're like high-end tents.
Yeah.
Most goblins don't even have houses, so this is an improvement.
hmm If I remember right, Efoot grew up like living in a cage or something like
Yeah,
that as
yeah,
a
the
child.
traditional goblin method
Traditional
in
goblin
Sandpoint.
way.
Yeah.
So yeah, as he gets closer, there's like um you see like a couple other people kind of come out and greet Jabir, and they're like really excited to see him. Um like, oh, what happened? We haven't seen you in several days, and he explains to him. Only Efoot understands this because of comprehend languages, but he's like, oh, uh these people rescued me. I was caught by a basilisk, and um so he knows what it was that he encountered actually too.
Wait, what language is he
Mm.
saying that in?
Oh, Syrian.
Oh, but we had the
But
comprehend. That's right.
Yes.
Okay.
And so yeah, he tells them that he is hoping that maybe we can like reward them for rescuing him, even if it's giving them like shelter and like a feast or something. Um, so yeah, they look towards you and like give you like some big smiles and give you like kind of one of those waving motions to like, oh, come on in, like they trying to welcome you as well as they
Yeah.
can without speaking the language.
All right.
mm.
Yeah. Well.
Oh yeah, I give him a big smile back. It's probably not pretty, but I do so.
Okay.
How long has it been
Yeah, it's a
since
place to sleep. Yeah.
the river?
Since the river,
Yeah.
probably a couple hours. Say like 2 hours.
Okay. So my mud buddy is still with us,
Nice.
Mhm.
and
Yeah, you
he
have it.
he comes along with me.
We have a weird
Okay.
troop of creatures here.
Yeah, that's for sure.
Rabbit riding a mud buddy.
No, he's carrying me like in his arms.
Okay.
Getting mud on your fur.
That makes it a lot
Ew.
better. Ah, it's okay. I'll clean it later.
Oh, okay.
Maybe before he leaves, I'll make the mud buddy clean my fur. Can
I'll
you do
press
that?
digitate if you need to.
But
So
pretty
yeah,
cool.
he leads you in through there. You see, uh, it looks like like as you guys are going through, like a lot of the people are within this like temporary settlement that's popped up here.
Hmm.
They're eyeing you. It doesn't look like they're like looking at you suspiciously, more like with curiosity, especially like some of the kids and whatnot are like you see like some of them even following you guys, and like if one of you look towards them, especially if it's like one of the more intimidating looking people, they'll like
Shy away.
scatter around and like try to like and hide behind stuff. Like so, it seems like there's like a
Mm.
little bit of fear of some of the kids, but they still keep following you guys, especially with nobody like snaps at them or actually actively tries to intimidate them.
Yeah.
Um, but they
I'll
keep
just be
their
waving
distance.
at all the kids.
I'm fine
hmm
with that. If the kids skip, I'll skip. We'll all skip.
We all skip down here.
But yeah, you see Jabir goes. He heads towards like the center of the settlement, and the he goes to like kind of towards like basically this very elaborate looking tent at the center of it, and goes up to it, and Eva, you hear him say like, uh, "I want these kind travelers to be able to talk with Elder Azeb. Because I think she and I think she might be able to talk to them. I don't think they speak the same language as us, and they like move aside and let you guys enter, basically.
All right.
Okay.
Little rat folk starts talking in Draconic. Just to throw them off.
Okay. So yeah, when you enter into this tent, it looks like it's like pretty finely furnished, and um, there is a an old woman there who Jabir goes up and talks to, and she says like, Jabir, I was worried when you didn't return 3 days ago, and he explains like, oh, I went and saw signs of a basilisk and wanted to take it down, but it surprised me, caught me off guard. I was hoping I could shoot it with my bow, but it hid too well. Caught me short range. But fortunately, these travelers came along and
I wave when he says that.
rescued me. Uh, I want to repay them, but I am not able to speak with them. They don't speak my language. Um, and she nods to him and says, "Well, don't worry. I think I might be able to speak with them." So she says in common, "I'm told that I should thank you for rescuing Jabir and bringing him back to us."
Oh, we only have kill basilisk and splash him with blood. He might need shower now. Yeah.
It was a brave thing for you to do to take on a basilisk.
There was many of us, and there was just one of it. It didn't stand a chance.
Well, I don't know what I can do to repay you for bringing Jabir back to us, but um, at the very least, I can offer that you may stay among us for as long as you'd like, and
Indefinitely?
we will share our any provisions you need, any
Mm.
food that we have is yours as well. For as long as you need to stay here, you may consider yourself honorary members of the tribe.
Cool.
All right, guys, into the campaign for me. I'm settling.
Yeah, no shoot.
I'm staying with these guys.
I'm joining the Napstoon nomads.
Thanks for your effort.
Game over, man. Game over.
What brings you to these parts of Rahadum? Were you just passing through, or is there
It,
some way I can perhaps help you?
we were looking for allies.
Any
Hmm.
information?
Allies and information?
Friends. Acquaintances. Yeah.
Well, I hope that we can perhaps be counted among your allies, perhaps. But what uh, what goals are you pursuing?
Eva shrugs and she looks at the others. Yeah. You lost her at this point.
Trying to. So we're trying to find out about elections or the council of elders, or
Yeah, that's like that's kind of like one of the things you were looking to do. More broadly, you're looking into like Pedriarch and how he's trying to influence
yeah.
it. But
I doubt they would know anything about a dragon.
Hmm.
I don't know if they know what a dragon looks like.
Okay, I'll speak up. Say, hi, I'm Billy. I'm the rabbit. And we found corruption in the elections for the Council of Elders. And we're trying to figure out how deep the corruption lies and root it out.
Now
I
to think
see.
about it, I'm not sure these people care about that, but maybe they do. I don't know.
There has always been corruption within the large cities, unfortunately.
True.
Tell me, what's the fair way that you use to pick your elder to represent you? Because the elections are very corrupt. They're awful.
The way that our tribe has always done it is that our representative is picked by the elders, which includes myself. Usually, it'll be one of the elders of our tribe, but it's not something that we do within the populace in general. We've long held that it's those with the most experience, and the previous leaders will pick their successors
See, now that's a
among those
system
most
that makes
qualified.
sense. Don't let the stupid
Mm.
people, the peasants, try and vote when they don't even know what they're voting in or what
Sounds
they're
like
voting for.
nepotism to me.
I suppose I could see how someone might think that, but and I'm sure that there have, even within our own long history, been times where people have not deserved or been able to live up to what they're expected to do to serve the tribes and the greater good. But
The
for
greater good.
for most of our long history, it has worked for us and has been able to guide us through even the toughest seasons.
Yeah, but we're not really
Uh,
interested in how your government works or even really how their government works. We're trying to see if anything is if anything is amiss, out of the ordinary.
Well, not here, I don't think.
what time of day is it? I mean, it's
It's
late.
like
You said.
yeah, it's like after sunset. It would have probably already been dinner time.
Malice will say maybe we should talk more in the morning um, and celebrate the return of his name
Jabir,
Jabir.
Jabir,
A chump.
I guess.
and then that'll give our characters more time to figure out what we want to do.
Yeah, there's merit in sleeping and resting, collecting our
Mhm.
thoughts.
Well, as I said, while you are here, you will be treated as members, respected members of the tribe.
Oh, like Olive Garden.
Will she kind of like whistles, and someone comes in, and um, she says, "Hasef, you need to get these guests of ours with proper arrangements. They have traveled very long today and uh, are weary." And she says that in Osiriani, so only like to him because he doesn't. Um,
Mhm.
yeah, Hasef doesn't speak common, but and yeah, I guess yeah, none of you guys actually speaks Osiriani, so it's not quite like proper Osiriani. It's like a dialect of it, but
Mm.
um, like maybe it diverged from ancient Osiriani or middle Osiriani, but
It's the South version.
well, it's like the
Do
West
they have
version,
southern
sorry.
bells? Oh,
No,
okay.
It's the
Yeah.
yeah,
country
But
version.
yeah, it's the
Yeah.
Western country
yeah.
Western.
Oh no.
Mhm.
I mean, it makes some sense. Ancient Assyrian Empire would have like stretched out this far at some point.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
they tried to put their stamp. They tried to put their flag in different lands. Yes, they did.
But Yeah, and then she returns to you and says, "Hasef will show you a place to. Will show you some tents that you may sleep in, and I will have him bring you some food, and
Very well.
we shall speak again tomorrow."
Also,
Okay.
bow and
Thank you.
follow the guy.
Bye.
All right, Hasef, yeah, he leads you out to, and like, uh, yeah, they're like it's a tent, but it's like very nicely furnished and like very well sealed and whatnot. So when you're in there, it's like actually like surprisingly quiet for the fact that it's like not a permanent dwelling. Um,
Yeah.
but yeah, so you guys, they give you probably like a group of like 4 tents basically, and like these are yours for as long as you need them.
Right. Hmm.
Well, maybe that's not that long, right? I say that after they leave.
I will dismiss the mud buddy.
Okay, the mud buddy turns into mud, regular mud. See, does the mud buddy dry up and like? No, it just turns into it turns into mud. When the spell
Turns
ends, it
into a patch
reverts
of
to a
wet
patch
earth.
of wet earth, so it just turns
Yeah.
into some mud wherever you dismissed it. You're like, you had him go right into the tent and then you dismissed it. Oops,
No, no,
my
no.
bad.
Did I do
But now
that?
you can plant a plant there.
Yeah,
No, it'll be like outside tent. Yeah.
yeah, you can be like it's like you're like a druid where you just subsist entirely off of good berries. Like, yeah, I love this stuff. All I eat is good berries.
Oh man.
So I guess
And
I'll
good berries and good berry juice.
Yeah,
I'll go see
Oh,
some of
how
the other party
bland.
members. Maybe we'll congregate in one of the tents and have a debrief.
okay.
At least that's what I want. Be like, well, that went really well.
I should check if Laszlo speaks Osiriani. I don't think he does, but
Mm.
maybe it's on his language list.
So I
He's
don't
got a lot of languages, but just not Osiriani.
I don't know if there's going to be much corruption here with how their government works. But maybe we stick around for another day just to make sure everything seems normal, nothing out of place. What do you think? Should we stay or should we leave tomorrow?
Well, I mean, we're staying the night.
Yeah, should we stay another full day or should we
Do we
leave
have
tomorrow?
anything to offer them?
I
I
mean, we
think
don't have to.
we
Well,
spend the day finding out what
earlier
they
in the
know,
session,
and
I think we recalled we were wanting to try to open the tribe up to outsiders. So if they were more comfortable with us, you know.
Mhm.
I mean, when fighting a political war battle like this, having allies is always a good thing. I think we've done that. So I guess I don't know if there's
I'm not
anything
sure
else
what
we
they're
can do
gonna
for
do
them.
for us.
I like
'Cause
how
what?
for me it's what can we do for them,
Well,
and then
Laszlo will
for
chime in.
Shazra, it's what can they do for us.
He'll say, "No, that's what I want to know too. Is what do they know? Can they? Do they? How do they align? Perhaps they said something. She said nothing's out of the ordinary, but that doesn't necessarily mean that she isn't already following Pedriarch's agenda."
or she
That's
says that
true.
nothing's out of the ordinary because she doesn't know us yet. We
Maybe
could
we
be, the legionnaires or whatever they're called.
So
We're
what?
just
Should we
not
The
wearing
should we just
uniforms.
tell them that there's
Be
a,
up
a
here.
dragon manipulating people
no.
here?
I think
If
what
she's
we
under
should
his control, I don't
do
think that's a good idea.
is stay for the day and offer help to the tribe, and observe and listen, you know?
Yeah, let's see if anyone else in the tribe has seen anything weird.
Yeah,
or
we
if
gather
anything interesting is going on.
information.
It's gonna be
Let's hang out
very
with the
hard
tribe
to
and
gather
help 'em.
information, though, with
Well,
most
we
of
don't
the
speak
tribes
their
it's a
language.
language
Very
that we don't speak.
furtive.
Hey, I will teach these guys how to mime all night. We're staying up all night, all right? Mime
Let's
school
ask
starts now.
tribe elder lady if there's someone else who can translate for us during
Like
for a day.
maybe she'll have a someone like a Seth, but who speaks our language and
Exactly.
Mhm.
can follow us around and help us.
That's what
Yeah.
I'm thinking.
It's worth a shot.
Well, we could always return here after studying and learning their language, in other words, leveling up.
Oh no.
That's probably the last resort. Yeah, if we can't figure out anything else.
Yeah, this is well. We don't really need to learn their language. She speaks ours.
She does,
Yeah, but
but
that's
she's not
one
gonna follow
person.
us
What if
around all day
she's
That's
and
enough.
corrupt?
translate.
What if she's under Pedriarch's control?
Yep.
You wouldn't know
Was
because
she
she's the
like
only
some
person to
kind of?
communicate.
Was she like some kind of leader of their tribe?
She's
Yes,
an elder.
she said she's one of the elders, but and she did say that there were some other elders as well, and that they were the ones that decided which of them was going to be the representative.
Was
But
she
she's
wearing like
also
anything
not the
like
first
significant on her?
person he brought us to. He brought us to somebody else, and then they took us to her.
Well, that was just a guard posted outside.
Oh,
the
that was a
temple.
guard. Oh, okay.
I mean, we can tell that Jabir at least respected her, or perhaps he only brought her to her because he knew that she spoke Taldan. Perhaps some of the other elders speak it too, though.
Listen, bad people can be extremely kind on the outside.
I don't know. I just
Yes.
I don't know what Patriarch would want with these nomadic people.
Well, I
Well,
don't think
they're
he would want anything with
Mal.
either, but if he did want to um, control the Rahadum Council of Elders, then he might try to influence the smaller
If you
Council of Elders here.
Well, we also don't know all details of Pedriarch plan. All we know,
uh,
this could be a vital area.
Malice will say to Shadra, he says, "What you don't see is that these people, if they have a council and on the council, that one's not limited to the city that they live in. These people are free roaming, so that might be the person that they use to deliver messages or talk to other cities under the guise of, since he's a nomad, he can move more freely around than the others could."
Hey Pluto,
Hmm?
do you remember back in whatever Azir? I think I went to the library and researched the government and how it works. And I
Yeah.
have some notes I just want to run by you and make sure they're accurate
Okay.
to what I studied. So there are four, and I'm not sure. Are these each one gets an elder on the council? But there's 4 nomad tribes and 5 city states. So are there 9 on the council total? Is that right?
That sounds right. Yeah. There's four tribes and 5 settlements, which are um, the settlements are Botasani, Azir, Maniket, Haldun, and Shepherd's Rock. Although Shepherd's Rock is more of a fortress for the Pure Legion.
Was
And
it
then yes,
Adun,
there are
Shepherd's Rock,
four
Maniket? I think I'm missing one.
Botasani, Azir, Maniket,
Botasani, yeah.
Haldun, and Shepherd's Rock. Botasani is the first city you guys were
That
in, so,
yeah.
and then Azir is the other city. So you guys have been to 2 of the 5 settlements, like permanent cities. There's also 4 tribes of nomads that are granted spots on the council.
Okay, and we're at one of the tribes.
Yes, the Napsoon Mountain Nomads.
All right, cool. Thanks. So, sorry, that seemed relevant to me with our discussion of like, are the tribes relevant? I guess the answer is no if Pedriarch gets all 5 city-states, but if he can't control one of them or so, then he would need a tribe.
Yeah, in theory.
Something like that. Anyways, all right, sorry, that's all I had. Just
Okay, I
wanted
didn't want to
make
help
sure
him either.
know
Let's
that.
leave in the morning.
No, we should help. What? we should see if we can figure out more, at least, about what's going on with the tribe.
Well,
And
we don't know how to understand them. There's only one person we know how to understand. So maybe
Well,
we can come back to his tribe. Just like take note that we've shook hands and that they know who we are and they'll be friendly towards us when we perhaps return.
we can at least ask though if there's anyone else who speaks Common and Assyriani to translate for us. Doesn't hurt to ask.
But what if they're corrupt too?
Pedriarch corrupted the only people that speak Common in the tribe.
It's possible.
It's
Maybe that's
Maybe
why they're
maybe
in the
that's why they
tribe.
he couldn't corrupt anyone else because they didn't know what he was saying because he doesn't speak
He doesn't
Assyriani.
speak Assyriani either.
Oh my god.
And he's not like, a high level spellcaster that could just get some
No.
tons of, 10,000
He's just
years
very
worth
charismatic.
of
We're on our
really
way to what city?
no way to cast tongues. You guys were on the way to Maniket,
Okay, and what's in Manicat?
That's one
Another
of the
election
another
that we
city.
haven't
So
learned
yeah,
about.
we
Another
don't really know much
election.
about. I don't know if anybody really knows a whole lot about Maniket.
No.
We know it's on the coast, so it's probably
And we're just
like
trying
a
to
sea
find
trading
someone
city.
or something that'll give us more Pedriarch clues.
We're just
Mhm.
trying to see, like how deep does this corruption go with Pedriarch?
Yeah, I know. Like one of the things you guys were thinking about doing, was checking, checking Maniket's elections. I don't remember if anybody ever rolled like a knowledge check on like Maniket, but if you'd like, you can roll a knowledge local
Oh.
or knowledge geography on to
Let
get
me
know
think
a little
real.
bit about Maniket.
Did I study? Oh. Did I study? This is my bardic knowledge.
Wow.
I heard a story about Maniket. It's a song, actually.
Efoot knows that Maniket is famed, was once famed for its lush gardens, but it's had problems lately where a lot of the desert has like encroached further due to the effects of global warming.
Oh, its
No,
lushness is
actually
shrinking.
it's not global warming because it's Galarian, but there is some sort of like
It could be global warming. I don't know.
for some reason the desert has been encroaching more upon um like Rahadum and the they're not sure exactly like what's causing it, but it's something that's been very heavily studied because the other thing that Maniket is famed for is that it has an arcane academy called the Ocularium, which is
Ooh, Shazra like it.
it's a very famous arcane academy.
Okay, well, I sing the song that apparently has all that information in it
Okay.
because that's how I remember it. All right.
Hmm.
Yeah, it sounds like a cool place. Let's go.
Yeah, it sounds better.
So if we haven't already, yeah, we'll sleep here for the night and probably leave in the morning then. Unless we get talked out of it. But I only offered to help these people because I thought they were more useful. But the rabbit basically explained that they're not that useful, so.
I did? Wait,
Yeah.
what?
He's like, I didn't mean to do that.
That's not what I said. But that's what the goblin.
That's what
That's
it
how
sounded
I
like.
interpreted it, okay.
Okay. Well, you guys would be able to rest through the night. No interruptions or issues. I don't know if you guys set like watches or anything, or if you just trust the nomads to keep the settlement safe while you guys sleep.
Yeah, for the most part, my sword is here.
Yeah.
It's sentient.
Yeah,
It can
keep
sense things
watch,
around it.
sword. The sword's like, I'm on it. I'll keep watch for anything I need to kill.
Can he scream in our heads too? Like I know I don't know this, but could he?
I don't know. I think eventually he can, but I don't know if he can yet.
Oh, yeah.
In any case,
agree. No
he's
need to
only been
keep
talking to
watch.
Shazra.
Yeah. I was just wondering if like the building was on fire, whether or not he'd alert us all, or
I
just
don't think it can
Shazra.
talk to anyone but me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think like later on he might be able to talk to other people, but as he gets like more abilities and like more stuff unlocked. Maybe not though. Maybe he only ever can talk to its wielder.
I'll still
But
keep watch. I
he
don't know
gives
if he needs to really sleep as much as you guys do.
he gives Shazra the alertness feat, I think,
Yeah.
as long as he has it within reach,
Mhm.
basically.
Oh, nice. Yeah. So it's kind of like a
Yeah,
familiar.
in that sense. So the sword is able to like keep watch for him and whatnot.
All right. Well, I don't feel threatened, so I'm not gonna keep watch unless my allies tell me to.
Nope, sleep.
Okay, I'll sleep.
Not worried. Because here, we're family.
Being a bard's hard. I need rest.
Okay. So when you guys are up the next morning, when you venture out, you notice that they're actually. It seems like everyone's moving about and like they're actually packing up some of the tents.
Are
Like
they
there
gonna
looks like
relive?
it looks like they're getting ready to relocate. And as you come out in the morning, there's a man that comes up and he says, um, he speaks to you in common. He says, I am Medi, and I have been appointed to
Well,
come and
there
be your
you go.
guide for the day.
Nice. I wondered
Aoife
if
throws her
I
Told
hands
that
up into the
you do
air.
not
came up with that
speak
idea, if
our
Pluto would do it.
language, and I don't have the best Taldan, but I do speak some.
Yeah, that will suffice.
Do you speak Goblin by any chance? Because finer language, trust me, sounds way better.
I have never heard of this goblin
Oh,
before.
let me sing you a song. She starts singing a song in Goblin.
He nods and politely says, "Very, very lovely." But yeah, he indicates around and says, "The tribe is getting ready to move. They saw pure legion this morning and do not wish to interact."
I can't say that we've had good interactions with the Pure Legion either. I don't blame you. Hi, I'm
They
Billy.
he looks a little confused, but then says, "Yes, pure legion's very um, strict. They do not understand our ways."
Oh, do you guys follow a religion?
No,
Oh, okay.
but they do not see it that way always. Sometimes they misunderstand.
I see. Yeah, let's get going. Do we can we help pack the tents?
Um, Maybe you know much in the ways of moving tents.
Uh, not really, but they probably do, and I
Of
uh
course, the bunny rabbit offers us to work.
Mm-hmm.
I nod.
But
My
in
little
the
buddy headed
meantime,
my allies.
breakfast perhaps.
Yes, please.
Only if it's rabbit food.
Wait, what?
All right. He
You know you're just eating
he
grass, right?
says come and motions for you to follow him.
I say no.
follow.
I eat vegetables, not grass. Grass is for cows.
No, you eat grass.
And he takes you back
Turtles eat
to
vegetables.
a Zeb's tent, actually. And she says, "Oh, somebody was staticky there. Who's talking?"
I will be right back.
It's
Oh,
no,
okay.
it's a phone call. Phone on vibrate.
I gotcha. I gotcha.
Oh.
You missed your direct conversation right before that happened.
They turn to Malice and say,
I'll be right back.
"Yeah, don't worry about it." Okay. So yeah, he takes you to a Zeb's tent, and when you get there, she says, "I hope it's not a problem if you have breakfast with me to keep you company."
That's fine.
That sounds lovely.
And they serve you breakfast.
Are there vegetables?
Yeah, there would be some. They'd have like some dried more of it's actually like dried fruit,
That's fine. I'll eat that.
but a lot of it's like meat that
Uh-oh.
they've hunted.
As long as it's no rabbit meat.
You
I
don't see
don't
any rabbit meat.
Okay.
I don't want to have to deal with a diabetic bunny though, so be careful how much fruit you eat.
Yeah,
I am magic. I keep eating the fruit.
I can I can solve diabetes with magic. Remove disease.
Fuck if
Oh,
only.
I never hit the night's rest button. Forgot that was a manual step in this
That's
game.
something. Yeah, something you guys are responsible for the night's rest button.
Yeah, we never had to ask
Oh,
Pluto. Night's
Plu-
rest us.
Yeah. It used to say in chat when you do it. Now it doesn't do that. I don't know if that's a setting I have to adjust or not.
I mean, that's fine. I mean, did it matter? Did you
Whatever.
like that? Did you like that?
I don't know. I didn't. I kind of liked it, but it doesn't matter too much.
It was nice that you could make sure that no one forgot.
Yeah.
And
It
I'd say
also
like,
mean
oh,
I'd
now you
know
know
if
if someone
somebody hits it
cheats.
like 4 times or something.
But at the same time, anyone could just change the numbers on their sheet if they wanted to. So it's not like it's
Yeah.
yeah.
True.
I guess if someone accidentally hit it more than once, you would see if it's like an
Yeah.
accident. Otherwise,
Yeah. It also means you don't have to say someone like sitting there like, "Did I hit the night's rest button?" and not remembering. But like,
that's true.
I can just scroll up and be like, "Yes, yes, you did."
Very true.
Huh.
So yeah, as you guys are eating, she mentions as well that uh she says, "I don't know if Medi told you, but we are on the move. We spotted uh some trolls of the Pure Legion, which we don't exactly get along with as well lately.
Trolls
Well, that's
or
good.
patrols?
Patrols.
Patrols. Okay. I heard trolls. I'm like, wait.
Trolls. They they come into our village and they intentionally say the most aggravatingly inflammatory things they can think of.
Or are they
Mhm.
actually trolls that are pure legion?
Yeah,
Literal
they come
racial
in,
trolls. Yeah.
they come in, and if we try to attack them, they just regenerate, and we don't know how to deal with it because we don't know about using acid or
Do
fire.
they not fight the Pure Legion at all? Did they always just prefer
They
to move?
Yeah, it's a good question. Do
That's
you ever have conflict?
We try to avoid it, but there has been some amount of conflict in the past. We have a slightly different interpretation of the first law than they do.
And what is that?
Man is not to be beholden to gods, but that doesn't mean that gods don't sometimes serve us.
Interesting.
The Pure Legion doesn't see it that way, though.
No, they certainly don't.
But some of our practices are tied in to the servants of Pharasma.
Okay. Well, I look at the others and I say, I mean, that doesn't sound like they've been talking to you know who or influenced by you know who.
What other sort of deities do you know about? We're not pure Legion. We're perfectly fine with religion. I say real quick. But I'm just curious. Do you follow or not follow? But do you ask for aid from any other deities or any
No,
other powerful creatures?
just Pharasma and only tangentially.
Okay.
It's more that we pass on knowledge and um, expertise through our ancestors. And it is through the grace of Pharasma that such an arrangement is allowed. We do not worship Pharasma, but we have sort of an arrangement with Pharasma, you might say. A deal that allows the leaders of our tribe to delay their judgment in order to help the next generation.
Hmm.
Oh, so that's how your election works is when your leader dies, they're allowed to delay their judgment in order to help pick the next leader?
It's not quite like that, but sort of.
Interesting.
Headset's connecting.
But yes, we do feel that the pure legion of today does not. Um, some within it do not understand the true reason behind the first law. That we think that they misinterpret it. They do not remember the oath wars as we do.
Can I roll like a knowledge on?
Knowledge history.
I assume. Skill. Oh, spell skill, history.
Yeah, you know that the oath wars were um, a series of religious wars that happened within the region of Rahadum um, about 2,000 years ago, maybe 2,500 years ago, and were basically what led to the creation of Rahadum. Before it used to be independent city states, and there there were like the region was like ravaged by religious turmoil between primarily um, the cult, like the Church of Sarenrae, Church of Nethys, and the Church of Norgriver were like the kind of the three main ones, but there were several others as well that happened around that time frame. And it was the first law was that man should not be beholden to any god, and the expulsion of those churches was like the found was what created Rahadum.
Okay.
I think you guys have learned that before.
We have
Yeah.
I just didn't remember out of character.
Yep.
So I'll agree with her. What's the tribe leader lady elder name?
Azeb.
Azev with a
Azeb
V.
with a B.
Azeb. Okay. So I'll agree with Azeb. Yeah, that makes much sense. I've studied the oath wars a bit myself, and I understand the purpose of the law. But the Pure Legion, they take it to the extreme where anything remotely religious is completely outlawed and punishable by the most extreme measures.
Indeed. To them, their crusade against the gods is almost its own religion and could,
Whoa.
taken to the extreme that they want, it could almost be
That's
as bad as the Oath Wars themselves.
Hmm.
That's a good point. I never thought of
Yes.
it that way. And I'm thinking, you know who, he who must not be named, probably wants this. Probably his motivation.
Wants this?
Wants
Wait,
the
what?
very extreme.
Oh yeah, well, you guys already know that. Um, you guys have already seen. So a quick reminder, I guess. When you guys were in Azir, when you were looking through Pedriarch's like house, basically that he has under the guise of the elf Cacklin, um, he had correspondence there where um, he was talking with this candidate in Botasani. You
Yeah, the very
remember?
extreme one.
Uh huh.
Uh huh.
And which was Finis, and he was talking about he was also including like there was correspondence with the leader of the Pure Legion at Shepherd's Rock, as being like them being the ones that would usher in a new era in um in Rahadum. So you kind of already can get the sense that uh the leader of the Pure Legion at least has been communicating with Cacklin and is on like the same wavelength in some way at least.
Yep. Okay. So we know that
Yeah,
for
you
sure.
guys know that for sure, basically. Not I guess
So
not
we have to stop
100%
him.
sure, but like that checks out. Like it follows
Yeah,
along with other
yeah.
stuff you found.
I guess that's kind of the point I was trying to make is yeah, that all makes sense and yeah. That's who we must stop, the Pure Legion. They're in Botasani, they were the ones behind the corruption. I'll tell Azeb.
The Pure Legion was behind the corruption in Azir or Botasani, you said?
Well, not them specifically, but they were all on the same side trying to get a very extreme leader to be put in, sent to the council to win the election.
That's troubling news, but also not surprising. The there's for ever since the original council met and laid out the first law, there's always been a voice speaking along those lines, speaking of war upon the heavens.
And if all 5 cities have an extreme leader who is elected, you and the other tribes will be outnumbered, and you won't be able to hold back an all-out war against the gods.
This is true, and it does concern us.
That's what we must figure out. How to stop this crazy madness from happening.
Well, if we just destroy the Pure Legion, then that should do it, right?
One does not simply destroy the Pure Legion.
No, and not
Not
all
all
of
at
the Pure
once.
Legion are. They have different leaders throughout history, and some have been more noble than others. The current man in charge of it, Karsakim, he, he is a snake, or listens to one very closely.
What do you know of this? Who does he listen to?
I do not know for sure.
Hmm.
Karsakim, yeah.
But those who advise me have great fears of who it might be.
And who is that?
An ancient serpent,
All right.
one who helped end the Oath Wars, but
Named
whose
Pedriarch?
motives, I don't know that name, but perhaps.
We've found out about a certain dragon named Pedriarch who was behind some of the corruption in Potasani. Along with the Pure Legion, they were in league together.
She thinks for a while, says, I must consult some with the ancestors about this.
That sounds wise.
What you are saying sounds familiar in the echoes of our past.
Well, that is worrying indeed. I hope that you find it is not as bad as we fear.
Will you stay with us today as we travel further
I
into the
look
east?
to the party with the cute big bunny eyes.
I
Is
mean,
it
bunny
in the
yes.
eyes.
direction of?
It is actually. It's
Then yeah,
not like
sure.
directly towards Maniket, but it is like roughly in the same direction. It's further up the river, basically, which is where you guys would be going anyway.
Yeah, I say yes, we will stay with you.
Like maybe gonna head towards the southeast a little bit, whereas you kind of want to go to the northeast, but it's roughly in the direction. She says, then let us speak no more of this matter for now.
All right.
Okay.
But yeah, she continues, she finishes up her breakfast, I guess. Um, she tells we will be moving to the east. Tent will be taken down very soon. You do not need to help us, but as I said, I would appreciate if you came with us and spoke with me later tonight.
Will do. We'll talk to you later.
Okay. So yeah, as you head back out, you see that they're almost got everything like packed up. Uh, they have like, camels and whatnot, and they're putting them on these packs and whatnot, and getting ready to move further upstream. Um, Medi stays with you as well, and um, says like, anything that you want, I will do my best to provide.
All right.
But yeah, what do you guys do? Do you guys have them go around and help you gather information? Or do you guys feel like you kind of got what you wanted?
Well, they still. How can we gather information when there's the language barrier? Unless this guy comes with us.
Yeah, he's
No,
staying.
he said he'd
he's
go with
assigned
us.
to us.
He's
Yeah.
You're gonna be your guide basically.
Okay.
So, Medi, can you help us meet some of the other tribes members? I'd love to talk to them, or we'd love to talk to them and find out about their lives and the recent events and whatever.
Yes, of course. I would love to show you our ways.
Wonderful.
Okay, so yeah.
Then yeah, we'll go off.
And I'm gonna say that I want to try and learn a little bit of their language, and I'm gonna focus on actually paying attention to what's being said
Okay.
because I am curious.
Yeah, see, he shows you around a little bit. They're packing everything up. See that they have like a herd of camels as well. Um, yeah, and he would explain in the best that he can because he doesn't speak like the best common. He speaks pretty good common though. Like he's actually kind of being a little harsh on himself, saying he doesn't have good common because he actually has pretty good common. But um, yeah, he would have probably Jabir like meets up with you guys at some point too, and thanks you again translating through Medi. Um, he Rare said even though he says he still feels he owes you a debt though, and hopes that someday he will be able to repay it.
I I doubt that.
I will say no. You need help. We help.
I
No,
doubt he
no,
could
Dad.
slay a basilisk on his own.
Jabir, what is your profession?
He always
Jabir
wanted to be.
is a
Wonderful.
hunter and a warrior.
If we ever have need of tracking down a beast or need an extra pair of hands in battle, we will call on you.
He says that that would please him.
How good at skinning are you? Rabbit be
Uh,
difficult sometimes.
yes, I know how to do that too. Sometimes with large prey, you can't take all of it, so you need to be able to take the most valuable parts in the field.
I just playfully elbow Billy and laugh.
What, skinning Billy?
Yeah, he said, like, do you know how to
I
skin
said
a rabbit?
Oh,
sometimes
okay.
the rabbit can be difficult.
Yeah, yeah.
That's okay. Billy just takes it and ignores it because he's the bigger bunny.
Okay. And then yeah, like around midday, the tribe is off moving, and they're not moving like terribly fast. It's not like they're moving pretty slow because not there's not like enough camels for everyone to ride one, so a lot of people are moving on foot. Um, since you guys are esteemed guests, they actually would probably offer some camels for you to ride if you'd like.
Sure.
Hell yeah.
I'll decline, and I'll have my mud buddy. I'll
Take a
summon mud
ride.
buddy and have him carry me.
Okay.
See, now I'm just imagining a rabbit riding on my head while I ride on a dire rat while the dire rat rides on a camel. Just like fucking ridiculous.
No, I don't have you carry me anymore unless you want to, but mud buddy is
I don't know if a
my
dire rat
buddy.
can ride a camel. I don't know if that's something that's in a
Does it
dire
have a
rat skill
ride
set.
skill? No.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
Hey, if you put a rink in it, it can mount it fast, alright?
Uh-huh.
So therefore it can ride.
Nothing in the rules that say a dire rat can't mount a camel while being mounted by a rat folk by being mounted by
There might be like bipedal, quadpedal rules though.
maybe actually. I haven't looked into
Yeah.
it that closely.
I imagine it doesn't come up super often.
it might be just one of those things where there's no rules written about, like,
They assume
they
you're
just
not gonna
assume
do
that no one's gonna
shenanigans.
be like, "I want my horse to ride a hippo."
They don't know players very well, do they? Because I just remember
So you
a
play a
camel
hunt
climbing a wall.
and you
Oh,
bring like
yeah,
two
that was pretty funny.
animals,
Like a
and
cave
then like
we had
The
a
fucking
camel
cave
climb
fisher.
a cave yeah, climbed up a cave wall to attack a cave fisher,
Yep.
like a fucking mountain goat or something.
Yeah, it was ridiculous. Those are really good rolls too.
Yeah, it rolled really well on its climb check. It was strong as hell camel, though.
all right, all right. Let's go chat with the locals.
Yeah, so they set up, camp again as it gets, uh, closer into the evening, a little bit further upstream, and, Medi says, "We promised to, uh, have supper with Zeb again, yes?" And leads you there, assuming I'll say, "Sure, let's go." So yeah, when you get there, she tells you that she says, "I've consulted with the spirits of my ancestor, and with the connection that I have, but I think that it's something that you will need to get from them more directly. But it is unfortunately not something I can offer you here. If you would like and you want to know more about the serpent that wished to lead Rahadum astray,
I would like to know more.
there is a there's a place in the Napsun Mountains that all of us elders travel to. It's where we are given the gift of looking into the past. Uh, if you go there and commune at the shrine there, they will give you the information you seek. I am sure of it.
There's people there?
They're the spirits of the previous elders,
Oh,
going back
spirits.
Mm.
thousands of years.
Sounds occulty.
Hmm, I don't know that word, but
That's
perhaps.
okay. You don't need to. I just wink to Laszlo.
Hmm. Laszlo says, yes, that sounds perhaps that there is a haunt there or something.
And she goes, "This is making me very uncomfortable. Please leave my tent."
Get out. I no longer trust you. You have offended me.
Stab.
No.
Winking is like the middle finger in our culture.
um but yeah, she says they there is some knowledge of a force that's been here since the founding of Rahadum that was on the first council who wished to wage a war on the gods for all the devastation it created. And it is some have believed that perhaps he still is manipulating the council or perhaps even on the council in some way. Much as our ancestors are able to continue on, he has found a way to continue on. But unlike our ancestors, he does not have the same arrangement with Pharasma. I I'm not sure if I can tell you much more than that. Is there any questions you'd like to ask me, perhaps?
I don't think so. As long as if those directions are enough to get us there.
Yes, I will have Jabir guide you there. He knows the way, and he wants to repay a debt that he believes he owes you.
All right. I think this is a worthwhile detour. We could go there as soon as we're ready.
Yeah, let's go.
Yes, if you'd like, you may leave now, but perhaps it'd be better to leave tomorrow morning.
Wise that sounds. Yes.
This location is within the foothills of the Napsoon Mountains to the south. There are some dangerous creatures that live within.
What kind of
Dangerous
creatures
creatures,
could
you
we
say?
face there?
No. I want this to be a surprise.
You want it to be a surprise what you might run into.
Then close your ears, because I don't.
Basilisks, for one thing, but you've already encountered them.
Easy. Hopefully other things that will challenge my skill with the blade and magic.
Shazra's looking for a challenge.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, it sounds like eventually we're going to have to take out Karsakim of the Pure Legion, so everything is, just a learning opportunity up to that point. And I'll use what I've learned to behead him.
Huh. I never thought about surviving as a training to survive.
I hate that that sentence makes so much sense.
Then let us enjoy your visit here for one more night.
Okay.
Um, and yeah, so you guys can stay one more night, basically.
Does their tribe party at night?
Not always, but they do actually have like a little bit of a party tonight.
Damn, I go party with them.
All right. Yeah, you go out and they have they actually do have like a group of them doing like a kind of like a um rendition of like a traditional song of theirs,
Uh-huh.
and it's like a retelling of one of their like myths, basically. You actually might see it would be like it might be interesting to some other people in the party if if they venture out there with you, but because it's kind of like like there's song and there's like a dance, some dancing as well involved, and it's like basically kind of a retelling from their perspective of like how the Oath Wars were ended.
What kind of dance are
Gotcha.
we talking here? Is this like a chant and stomp, or is this like swirls
Something
and twirls?
it's more it's probably somewhere closer to like a like a pretty simple dance because it's like done by a lot of like the kids and whatnot too. Like it's designed to be something that like everyone can kind of join in on. But you'd see that there would be like
So
the
it's like the cha
person,
cha.
maybe like there's a couple of the people that are like kind of leading it who would do some more like elaborate stuff, and then there's kind of like an answer and call to some of the song too.
Oh God, no, sweet Caroline, please no.
Okay. I'd want to join into the dance and like provide my own interpretation of their story.
Okay.
And while they're doing that, I'm gonna have our guide pulled off to the side, trying to discuss the languages and trying to figure that out a little more
Okay.
before we
And
go.
he would also try to explain like what the song is conveying to you as well.
Well, that would be a good way to learn different words that he wouldn't normally be
Yeah, yeah.
saying. So yeah, it's
That's
beautiful.
fair. But yeah, of like particular interest, yeah, there's like a part where they talk about how um when the first law when the ca- fir- the basically when they were devising like the original laws of Rahadum, um the person who what was his name here? Let me check my notes. The laws came to be known as the laws of morality, which quickly spreads across the region. But what was his name that made them? It was Kalim Onaku was the primary philosopher behind them. Um, a man from Azir. Um, and they retell about how there was like a shape-shifting serpent that tried to advise him to take a like more militant approach towards the gods themselves rather than just the people worshiping them, but that Kaleem resisted such um, temptation and did not do as the serpent wanted, and instead ushered in an era of peace and prosperity in Rahadum that has lasted for thousands of years, according to this song.
I'm glad I'm not a Yuntai.
What's that?
And I'm glad I'm not a Yuntai. There's a very anti-snake perspectives going on here.
Mm, yeah. I don't know if
And
Utah exists in
a
Solari in
I
any
yuan
way.
don't.
tea?
Yeah, I don't think they exist in this.
No, they don't.
But like, it's the first thing that comes to mind for me because it's one of my favorite races from D&D 3.
Yeah. I think they're like beholders and ithalids,
Those
which
are
are
all owned by
yeah,
Wizards of the Coast.
they're
They're not in the OGL.
correct.
I don't think the one T are though.
No, I
So
think
No, I think they
they
are.
are actually. That's why they're not in
really,
Pathfinder.
Yeah.
Hmm.
There might be like a snake-like race equivalent, but they're not called yuan tea.
The
There
closest I
are.
think of is in terms of like player races. I think it's supposed to be like we have Yuanti at home.
I think they're
Yeah,
called
Is the
Nagaji.
or the what is it called?
Yeah.
The
yeah. I had a rogue,
it's the Vishkanya.
Vishkanya.
Yeah, I think that's they're also like sort of the we have Hyuntai at home.
Yeah, they're the ones that have like poison blood and stuff.
Yeah.
That was what my rogue was, as a Vishkanya courtesan.
Oh yeah, the rogue that left the party in session
Yep.
one for Second Darkness, and then you brought in
Yep.
Moloch instead.
Maloki the monkey monk. Yep.
I actually kind of had forgotten about that character because yeah, she was only there for the first session. Anyway, yeah. So, but yeah, you guys can hit the Knight's Rest button again if you'd like. Really, it would just be to heal yourself, I guess.
Yeah.
If you aren't at full health already.
Hey, I cast Mud Buddy.
Okay,
I
you
want
get
that
Mud
spell
Buddy to
back.
use back, sure.
Yeah, got him.
But yeah, next morning, um, Jibril and Mehdi are there, and Mehdi says he's coming with as well, just because, just to translate, really. He says he's not as much of a um, tracker or hunter as Jabril is,
Me was
or Jabir.
wondering
Sorry,
about that.
Jabir is going to. Um, but yeah, Jabir knows where to go. He's um, at least been to like um, Mehdi would tell you, like, Jabril has not been to the act or Jabir has not been to the actual. I don't know why I keep calling him that. But Jabir has not been to the actual shrine itself, but he has been very close to it and been to that area at least, and can get you to the path that leads to it.
All right. I mean, all we need is a guide. He need to know more than that.
Hmm.
Leave the fighting to us.
He relays that and tells you Jabir insists that he will be doing his best to protect you as well, because it's only fair since you rescued him.
Very well.
But yeah, he will lead you into the south towards the Napsing Mountains.
All right.
Can we go to the map, Pluto?
No, this is
Sure.
the forever map. We're
Thank
on the
you.
sand forever.
I forgot I hadn't put you on this map actually.
Yeah,
To be
I
honest.
figured we were
You're
on
in
the
a
comet map for a
sandy
while.
tomb.
So you actually see on here I have like a token for Jabir as well. Probably I'll use that token for Jabir and Mehdi actually, but they're similarly attired.
Mm.
Looks like everyone loaded in fine except for Grim.
Whee!
Nope, no, everyone's over here now. All right, someone wants to roll a D100 and perception
Huh?
rolls as we travel south towards the Napsoon Mountains.
I'll bring up the cards when we.
6. All right. Oh, okay. Give me a second. I gotta upload a token. It looks like.
Mm-hmm.
1.
Um, but yeah, as you are going through the desert, it looks like you do get like ambushed by something. But I think a couple of you guys rolled high enough that you'll get to act in a surprise round.
All right.
Um,
It's 2 basilisks.
2.
Bum,
Okay.
bum, bum.
I have to upload another token with one that's a different color.
Yeah, exactly.
I guess what I can do while I'm getting this ready is I can activate back on this map again. You guys can move yourself
Hmm.
how you think you would be arranged while traveling.
Yeah, this works.
You'd have oh, that's annoying. Okay, well, whatever.
The gods are annoyed.
Be right back. I need to ready to drink.
Okay.
Setting up.
Yeah, good time if you guys want to go take a drink because I gotta get this thing uploaded.
All right, back.
Sure.
Fun. Crisis averted.
What crisis got averted?
Well, when the game tab crashed,
Oh, yeah.
it switched to one of my other browser tabs that had my bank information.
Oh, shit. It's like, I might have just streamed it.
So I like halted the stream, I deleted the stream. Yeah.
Yeah, at least for the YouTube, you'll be able to just edit it out, right?
Yeah.
So, that's funny, but also
I have
kind of
the whole
terrifying.
desert thing stuck in my head right now. Damn it!
What desert thing?
The fact that we're playing a game that's taking place in a desert right now. I keep singing songs from Prince of Egypt.
Oh, okay. That's fair.
Oh yeah.
I'm back. Sorry.
I didn't tell you yet, but I'm gonna tell you now, just to distract you. I'm gonna mail you some banana muffin.
Banana muffins.
Yeah, so I need your
Huh.
address.
You need my address? Okay, I can send you my address.
Yeah.
Banana muffins sounds good.
I'm gonna
I
try
might-
selling banana muffins online on my online store and
Oh,
So you're
plant
sending
based.
samples.
Yeah.
Try to get me hooked.
Tell me whether or not no, I just want to know whether or not it's rotted.
Oh, that's
Like,
fair. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna send
Yeah.
it without like ice
Make sure it
packs.
gets through
and-
safely. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And then in the summertime, obviously, I'm gonna probably start using ice packs, but I'm gonna try to avoid that as for long as I can. And then yeah, you're more than welcome to buy more.
This thing is not cooperating for some reason. Oh, because I'm looking at the wrong thing. That's really annoying. Why is it doing that? Like I'm uploading it. I hit choose file, upload, select the file, and then it just doesn't select it. And then I search and it doesn't show it in there. But like it's
tech
saved there.
maturity.
I don't know why it's doing that. I might just have to use the mystery man default token,
Mhm.
even though it is
I
not
mean,
a
if
normal
you use a different token, it's okay, Pluto. Technical issues.
one. Yeah.
We'll forgive you.
I'm offended. I'm trying to put on a production here, and nope.
I'm
Okay,
offended
well,
that
maybe
you're
I'll just use
offended.
this. This is not quite right, but it's close enough. We'll use that.
Oh.
Okay, so as you guys are moving through the desert here, um, only some of you catch it as it happens, but the ground kind of like the sand shifts suddenly, and a giant spider emerges to try and attack you. It doesn't quite look like that
Whoa.
because that's a Leng spider, but it's not a Leng spider. It wouldn't let me upload the normal token that I was going to use. So,
All right,
and
fuck you, buddy.
instead it looks like a giant, like brown, oversized desert
Oh,
spider.
my alarm's going off.
Right.
And actually, a second one comes out on the other side too.
Whee!
So let's start an encounter here. Those that
This is getting
roll.
out of hand. Now there are 2 of them.
So Malice and Tactic will get to act in a surprise round because they beat his stealth.
Oh, I never did roll.
Uh, go ahead and roll now if you like. We'll
Oh
see
yeah,
what
she
happens.
timed out.
That's right. Nope, you don't get to act surprise round anyway.
Okay.
So, but yeah, everyone can roll initiative though.
Well, high on the perception, but my initiative is Garbo.
And it's that one.
Did something happen? I'm not seeing the physical dice roll anymore.
I don't know. I'm seeing them, so
I am
Something
too.
happened on mine.
something might have broke
Are
on
you
your end.
too zoomed in, maybe?
I don't think so. I'm just gonna do a random roll. Pluto doesn't mean anything.
No, consider his
Oh
roll.
no, there it is.
Pluto.
Okay.
Consider
I
it.
can see it.
Yeah, I saw that one. Maybe it doesn't do it for initiative.
He flies at some point. That's his check.
Yeah, I don't know.
When I fly, I will take that 18 I rolled. Yeah.
Okay. Is that everybody? I don't have. I guess I didn't roll. I didn't roll for NPCs whose character sheets aren't configured anyway. To be honest,
Forgot to pull out the combat check.
it's not configured in here, but it doesn't matter. Does it show as Jabir twice for you guys too?
Yeah.
One of them's supposed to
Affirmative.
be one was supposed to be Medi, but I think
6 and
I
5.
changed his
They have
name, but I
different
don't think it
numbers.
changed his token's name. Let me see here. Okay, here we go. I didn't update it. Whatever.
Eh.
He's Jabir too.
Hey, Secret's trying to run a production here, Pluto. What do you think you're up to?
That just
Freaking amateurs here.
All right, so this guy is
WTF, 2
going
Jabirs.
to attack E-Foot
What?
for a
Aw.
surprise action. So he's gonna come at you with
Rude.
a single bite. Let me check. Does he have any?
It's not hard to
Okay,
hit Eve.
no. He's gonna come at you with a single bite. This will be against your flat-footed AC.
Mhm.
19
yeah.
versus flat-footed.
Yeah.
Okay, so you take 12 damage. I need you to roll a Fortitude save.
Oh, easy. I'm the most resilient thing you'll ever meet. Even when I roll an 8.
Okay. So you are going to be staggered, and you are also going to, because you did not make the save. And
Wait, it didn't
you
say
take
that.
1 con damage.
Oh, I have to enter. Okay. 1 con.
1 con damage, and you are staggered.
This one I just put a 1 in there, not like a -1, and it'll do it.
I
think
believe
so.
so.
I think the field only goes one way, maybe.
It might, yeah. Negative numbers might not actually do anything.
If I recall.
And then who else gets to act as surprise round? I think Billy did not
Nope.
roll high enough. So
No, it
it's
was myself
Tactic
and
and
Shazra, I think.
No,
nope,
me.
Tactic and
Ah.
Malice. Okay,
Ah.
so and you guys both. Well, Malice didn't. So Tactic, you get to go before the other spider goes. So it's just a standard action because it's a surprise round.
Yeah, I'm gonna chuck a bomb.
It's not
At,
staying in the field when I put the 1 in.
I'm gonna chuck a bomb at the one that hasn't acted yet.
Try the -1 then, secret.
Remind me, is
No.
there a space between the R and the
Let's see what happens
1d20?
when I do it. When I put it there, it stays there. So maybe it just doesn't let you do it to yourself. This seems
No, I can
weird.
do it. I
Hmm.
can't do -1, but I can do +1.
Yeah.
No, when I click an air and then I click away, it stays there. And then if I click on something else again, then it goes away. It just disappears.
Mine
Weird.
doesn't do that.
Something's not working quite right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so
15 touch attack against the one that hasn't acted yet.
the one that hasn't acted, so it is still flat-footed. 15 will hit it.
Okay, so that's
Ooh.
16 force damage.
Okay.
Wow.
Okay. Uh, anything else, or it just takes the force damage?
Just the force damage. It
Okay.
would be acid if it wasn't.
If it was an
Yeah.
undead or something.
If it
Okay.
was undead or a construct, I believe, or a wall. Yay, wall.
Okay. All right. Well, it's gonna go now. Can't reach you, but it's going to lunge out at Malice, who is still
Alright.
flat-footed, unless you have like uncanny dodge or something.
No, I don't.
Okay. It's 1 bite attack. 25 versus your flat-footed. I'll need a
Alright.
fortitude save as well.
Alright. 42.
Okay. You do not suffer any effects of the poison, um, but you do take 10 damage.
Alright.
All right. Malice, your turn in the surprise action.
He is going to punch the one in front of him.
Okay.
Guessing that misses.
It does. Yes,
Mhm.
it does miss. You are not able to get through its carapace. Make contact with it, but
Alright.
don't break its carapace.
Mhm.
Jabir also actually takes an action in surprise round. But he does not. His action is to pull his bow out, basically. Um, so he notices this just as it comes up too. Okay. First actual round of combat. The first person to go is the spider next to Efoot. It's
Mhm.
already poisoned Efoot, so it's going to scurry over 5 feet and try to poison Shazra. So comes a bite attack. Oh, it rolls a 1, so it misses. Efoot. Oh, and also Efoot needs to make another fortitude save on its turn. versus the poison.
I guess so, because I did get it poisoned on a surprise round. So
Yep.
let's where's my
And after that, you may roll a knowledge nature if you'd like. Okay, you don't feel any weaker yet, or this turn, so you're still good. You're no damage this turn. You are still staggered though, and you don't know much about these. Is it a bardic knowledge roll or?
yes, bardic knowledge. I'm
Okay.
going to well, I don't I know normally you can't 5-foot step in sand, but
This is not difficult terrain sand.
okay, I'll 5-foot step back. I'm not sure if it can reach me or not, so I'm gonna concentrate
Yeah.
anyways.
The sand it's solid enough footing that it's not difficult terrain. The only hindrance is that if you try to do an acrobatics check on this sand, you take a -2 to it because it
And
does like
also, it
shift
gets
around a little
everywhere.
bit. But it's not
Okay.
difficult terrain.
Right. Well, my survivability is more important than you guys getting a bonus to hit, so I'm gonna vanish.
Okay. Efoot turns invisible and can no longer be healed by you guys unless you have AoE
I'm
healing.
staggered, so that's all I can do.
Yep. Okay. Uh, Lazel's gonna move away from these.
Mhm.
Shazra, this thing just tried to bite you.
It
If you have
did.
knowledge nature, you may make that check.
I don't think I do.
Okay.
I'm going to attack it.
All right.
Let's see. It's a swift action to enhance the weapon, I
Correct.
think.
Yep.
Yes, I'll do that.
And this is first round of normal
Is it,
combat, so you have a full round.
so is it
Yeah.
+2 now because you're level 5, or is it +1?
It's +2.
Nice.
It's +2, and the weapon itself is a
It's
+1,
a
I believe.
plus. No, the weapon itself is a +2.
Oh, okay. Well, there you go. Yeah.
So it's a
Pretty good.
+4 right now.
Okay.
So you can overcome like good, bad DR,
Yeah. It doesn't
No
matter
good.
though.
or is it
The
adamantine?
alignment base is 5. He overcomes the adamantine,
Oh, okay. I get
Yeah.
those confused.
but only adamantine damage reduction doesn't actually turn into adamantine. So if they have like hardness,
But I'll go ahead and
Yeah.
spell
Yeah.
combat it. So I'll take my first attack.
Okay.
Then arcane mark, the second one.
You auto pass the concentration for DC 15 yet, or
Well, arcane mark is a level 0 spell, right?
right?
So is it?
That's why
It's
it's
level
15.
15.
DC is 15.
Oh,
Yeah,
right, it's 15
15
plus,
plus
not 10
double
plus.
spell level. So
Yeah. Not quite. I'm only at like I'm at +12, so it's
you're
almost.
getting there though. Okay.
Yeah.
Ooh,
Ooh, that's a lot of damage.
that is a
I
confirmed
have so much
critical
base
hit.
damage. So it's 25 critical.
Yep.
Oof, nice. Is it still up?
It is. It is still up. I think. Well, hold up. Actually, is it? It is just barely still up.
All right, I'm gonna concentration.
Okay, you succeed.
All right, here comes the next attack.
That is enough to hit it and kill the spider. All right,
Nice.
Billy.
Dang.
Slash.
Crits are pretty good, I hear.
Scimitars are pretty good,
True,
I hear.
true.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's still one spider up though. It looks like it's pretty hurt too because it got hit by a tactics bomb.
Yeah.
I will see. What do I know?
Okay. You know that these spiders they burrow under sands and ambush, and that they have a poison that does constitution damage and staggers. So they're very deadly. Um, they typically are solitary, but occasionally will pair up to take down and are known to sometimes attack like, especially when they're paired up, they tend to attack like bigger groups.
Okay.
Yeah, they don't
Checks
always go
out.
after like people. They also like to take down like things like camels and uh other like, yeah, they're predators. They're dangerous.
Do I know, are they like intelligent? Are they affected by mind affecting? Or are they
They
like
are
vermin?
they are vermin, so they are not affected by mind affecting.
Okay. I will. I'll do this just because it's fun. I'm gonna cast mental block on it and hope it works
I'll have to
for
read mental
something.
block, I guess, because it's mind affecting, so it does not work.
Oh, it doesn't work. Oh. Okay, well, I wasted because I'm a dumb rabbit.
That's funny because you even asked. Does
Yeah,
mind
I was
affecting
looking at
work?
another spell and then I forgot. That's
Yeah.
okay. I scurry away and like, sorry
Hippity
guys, he
hoppity,
made the
you get off
save.
their property.
He made the save. It's not my fault.
Yeah. And hope nobody else makes the knowledge nature check.
Yeah, or makes the spellcraft check to know what I did.
All right.
Mhm.
Tactic, you're up.
All right, against touch attack.
Okay. That'll hit. You have precise shot, right?
Yeah, I do.
Okay. Yep, that'll hit.
All right.
Okay. It is still up, but it looks pretty badly beat up.
Woo.
Um, maybe it does go after Vander, but maybe he can finish him off.
Okay. If I was to try and acrobatics over or through something, would that be a move action, or could they do that part as of the move action?
So acrobatics seem through someone's square. I think it's just part of a move action, right?
Okay.
Keep in
Yeah.
mind -2 to acrobatics checks because of the sand.
Okay.
Your bonus is pretty high, so still
Yeah.
got a pretty good shot.
So it's just gonna be -2 to whatever this is.
Okay. Yeah, no attack opportunity.
Okay.
Let me double check because you're going through. It's still, yeah. You still, even with -2, you beat its CMD +5. So you get through. So you can do your vigilante stuff. Also, you have a plank.
I think I can. I don't think I can do that unless it was a.
This is a regular round. You have all your actions.
Because that is. Oh, I guess that would be swift action. Oh yeah, 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 yeah. Okay. So yeah, that's just yeah. All right. Where's my? Yeah, take that off and flank. Okay.
Yep, that'll hit. And you get your hidden strike damage too, right?
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Look at the GM being nice.
This thing's pretty badly heat. I think you actually take it down without the hidden strike damage, but
I mean,
Three
I
D
punched him a
eight.
couple times.
Yeah, you got hit with 2 force bombs, so that's right. And if you make it's like it's a D. You get the full D8, I think, if you make
Otherwise, D4.
Otherwise, it's just D4s. But so he takes 26 damage. This puts him at -18, so he's dead. Okay. We're gonna stay in rounds for a second here because Efoot's still poisoned. So Efoot, I need one more Fortitude save at least.
Oh, no problem.
Good job. Quite the graceful attacks, me.
Oh. All right, so you're still
That's
These
not
still
good.
spiders are
staggered.
different. We don't have these in Sandpoint.
These spiders hit
You
different.
take 3 Constitution damage, and you are still poisoned.
Ooh,
Um,
wait.
I think Billy would
Roll submit. I
know
don't understand why. What the fuck?
that the poison lasts for from these things last for 6 rounds. So it should only hit you at most 3 more times. And it takes 2 saves to cure. It's actually like a pretty nasty poison. So I'll need another Fortitude save.
Lucas stuck unless you did it. I don't know what's okay.
Yeah, I didn't do it. Let's put that up to 4, I guess. So looks like you failed to save again.
Oh
Nobody's
no.
gonna help me.
I don't know how to
I
help
can't
you,
even see
Efoot.
you.
Oh no, I don't know how to help
Yeah.
Efoot,
myself
how
either.
many
Yeah,
how many fingers am I holding up? Stay with
you
me.
vanished. You vanished.
You need more
I need
saves?
another Fortitude save, yep.
All right.
Okay, this time you're fine, no more damage, and then I need one more save. Okay, you take 1 more Constitution damage, but then the poison runs its course. So you are still alive, but you're not feeling so good because you have 7 Constitution damage.
Shit, half my con's gone.
Yeah.
Efoot,
Yikes.
can you still sing?
Of course.
Alright, she's fine.
It's a kind here.
Nope, Billy has lesser restoration.
I want you to stay out of combat. You understand that?
I heal 5 of it.
I tried. I
fine.
vanished. I guess I was invisible. Nobody saw me while I was
Yeah. I mean, the
I get-
visibility wears off probably actually just as
when it ends.
the poison ends. Yeah, because the poison lasts 6 rounds and you cast invisibility after 1 round of being poisoned. So yeah, like right as the poison and it's finally gone from your system, you reappear.
It would have been crazy
I'm
if you
fine.
like died and you just appeared like out of invisibility, just dead.
Suddenly, this corpse just
Yeah.
appears out of nowhere in the
Well,
ground. What?
good news is now you're only down to 12 con. You're only 2 damage because Billy healed some of it for you.
Oh, nice. Thanks, Billy.
Sure, anytime.
I didn't know you
Yeah,
could
they
do
have
that.
like pretty nasty poison because
I learned from a druid.
their poison actually can kill you because it's con damage
Yeah.
and
It's the only stat that like damage in can kill you.
yeah, unless it says specifically that it kills you. Like shadows do strength damage, but kills you if it gets you to 0 strength.
There's other things that
Yeah, there's stuff that do that, but
Uh-huh.
Yeah, for any who don't know, my archetype lets me learn a druid spell at every spell level, and Lesser Restoration is the one I took for level 2.
nice.
Nice. I thought about
Um,
grabbing it, but I grabbed something else instead.
I don't know much about druids, but I also don't know much about talking rabbits.
I don't know
so...
if Tactic has. Do you have the infusion yet on Tactic, where you can give your extracts to other people yet?
Yeah.
Oh, you do have that. Okay. So
Yeah, I
yeah,
got it a while
if he
ago.
had it, he could have.
I've got 2 cure light wounds that have infusion on them.
Nice. So you can give them to other people.
Exactly.
That's what I'll probably do with my investigator that I'm playing. Is take infusion so I can hand out buffs. But I might actually take the one that lets me cast them onto people. Like you just rub them with the potion basically. And you're like, here you go.
You like this nice skin massage? I'm in the middle of a. Oh, hey.
It's really funny because there's a whole thing in the text about it saying that like you can use it to like pretend like you're spellcasting and roll like a bluff check to like trick people doing spellcraft. And I'm like, I don't even care if they can tell I'm casting or not. I just want to be able to give people infusions without making them use an action point to drink it. So if I want to like buff somebody in combat, I can. Like I think that's the real value in it.
Yeah.
Anyway, let me hit this bouton here and give out some XP.
Click, click, boom.
Oh yeah, I'll need to know what XP we're at after this too.
I think I updated it for you, but
I don't
last session.
manage mine at all. Just
Let me check. I guess you are behind because I have Shazra has more XP than you right now. So.
yeah. Just when everybody else says they level up, I'm like, yeah, okay. I've kind of always been that way.
Billy and Shazra's XP looks like it's correct.
Yeah.
I keep accurate count in all games but Mantis's. For some reason, I miss XP in Mantis's games.
I think sometimes he forgets to give it out, and then he'll say it in Discord chat or something. Like,
That
oh, yeah,
might
by
be,
the
yeah.
way. And then you're like, I don't have my sheet open.
I just love every time we're getting closer to the level. We're like, okay, how much XP does everyone have? And we all have different numbers. Every single person. It's so funny.
Wow.
Just go with whoever has the highest number, which
Yeah,
unironically is
it's
probably correct.
right. Yeah.
Luckily, I don't have that problem with Fantasy Grounds. And if I do, you changed your number, and that's your fault.
So we
You
can
did
fix
that.
Efoot, right?
No.
Well, she's mostly fixed.
Oh, we did.
Yeah, Billy passed Lesser
alive.
Restoration.
Okay,
Lesser Restoration,
good.
yeah.
As long as she can sing.
So what's our XP total?
It should be at 19,000, I believe, and 1. 19,001. Look at that.
It's
That's
over
funny.
19,000.
Like,
So
when
you
do
guys
I lose my ability to sing? Like, is that even possible?
I don't think it can from.
You have a uses per day.
I don't think you
0
can from
charisma.
charisma damage. Charisma drain might be able to remove your ability to do
Yeah,
performance, but
but
charisma damage, I don't even think charisma damage can. I guess if you get 0 charisma damage, you can't because you'll be unconscious. So there's that.
Yeah. All right, so I'm gonna get ready. I gotta go work tonight.
Oh, we're
Oh,
ending?
okay. No, we're gonna keep going, but
Yeah, you guys go ahead. I'll have the stream on. So
no, I can literally perform 4 times per day, no matter what, regardless of what my charisma
Okay,
is.
good. 4 rounds of boosted damage into hit is very good.
Yeah. I also have lingering performance, so that's 4 times 3.
I'm sure you have like many rounds of performance though.
Oh yeah, like if I had no charisma, that's what it would be, but
Okay.
right now I have
You should be getting like 2 plus like per level too, right?
I have 15 rounds right
Yeah,
now.
that sounds about right.
but yeah, Medi would translate and say that Jabir apologizes for not noticing sooner that he's let you down. And
What do you mean? I wipe the spider's blood and entrails off of my very shiny, very sharp blade.
he says that if he were more um, vigilant, he would have spotted them sooner and nobody would have gotten bit.
Nobody important got bit.
Well, Jabir appreciates you trying to make him feel better, but he promises that he will still continue trying to repay his debt.
Oh no, it was not me trying to make him feel better. I was being sincere. That
I see.
I assured Jabir that these creatures were a trifle and that they were nothing but a fun amount of sport for me and my blade work. I do tell him though that he could look after Efoot though.
Please do. I go running to him like Shaw's were hurt my feelings.
Well, he will continue leading you further along towards the mountains.
All right.
He says he should be able to get you there. It's actually happened. You guys happen to be pretty close to it already, and he should be able to get you there by evening.
Okay.
Go we.
On the road again. Just can't wait to get on the road again. The lack
Mhm.
of road there is, I guess.
Yep, just
Yeah,
sand.
yeah. This is like not as much of a road here.
But we're going to the mountains. It's hard to take a wrong direction there.
True. And this is kind of like there's not like a lot of features and whatnot, but the mountains are always in sight.
Mhm. Keep your eyes and ears open, Efoot. Don't get distracted by all this sand.
What sand as I lift up a rock and eat a bunch of bugs?
You came from Sandpoint, right?
Yeah, I know. Is that
Why
why they
did
call
they
it
call
sand?
that Sandpoint? No, I'm asking you. I don't think there's that much sand there, right?
Uh, I mean, there's sand, but it's under a bunch of trash. Well, to be fair, they cleaned it up recently.
What a weird name for a place.
So he gets you closer to the mountains, and um, as you guys get close to the mountains and like out of the desert, there actually is um, like something of a path that kind of makes itself clear eventually. And as you guys get like to that, um, they come to a stop, and tells you like if you follow this path up the mountain, it will get you to the shrine.
Okay.
Um, I do not have permission to go to it, and I will wait for you down here if you'd like.
What? Wait, why don't you have permission?
Is holy ground, sort of. Not quite the right word, perhaps, but you've been given permission to go by a Zeb, but not I.
Me. I was
Maybe
given
someday,
permission.
maybe someday I will uh, I will go there, but not yet. It's not my time.
You don't really
Yes.
break the rules much now, do you?
No.
It's his culture.
She rolls her eyes and starts running up the mountain.
Jabari can make up for his not catching the sight of the spiders for staying here and awaiting us our return.
You mean Jabir?
Jabir, whatever.
What did you call him? I didn't even hear.
Jabari.
Jabari. Oh.
I think that it's funny that that's like the one name I can remember, but you guys keep forgetting.
I keep even messing it up.
I
I
know.
called him like I don't even remember what I was calling him before.
Uh,
Jabril or something. I don't
yeah,
know.
Jabril, I think something like that.
At least that has the right letters. But yeah, his name's Jabir.
I
That's
just
my
remember
note.
it's beer,
Yeah,
like
that's my
beer.
notes are telling me here.
We'll have him keep watch here while we continue.
He warns that there may be more dangers heading up the mountains.
Good.
Huh? What do you mean good?
I would be disappointed if there wasn't more entertainment for us on the way there.
You think danger is entertaining?
I mean, danger is relative. Dangerous to you, maybe, not to me.
Why am I
Uh,
following this
Laza
guy?
will say, I'm hoping at least that there are no more poisonous spiders.
Not ones that are that weak.
All right.
Aren't there supposed to be like sandworms or something here in the desert? I've heard about something like a sandworm.
Oh,
Mhm.
Oh
wonderful.
yes, there are sandworms, but they're not very common.
Oh, pity. All right, well, let's go.
Make our
Okay,
way up.
you guys start following this path up the Napsoon Mountains. Um, so once again, I'm going to ask you all to roll perception checks for me.
Woo.
All right. I don't have very much perception because if I did, then it would take away some of the challenge from these encounters.
Yeah, that's fair. Definitely understand that.
Mhm.
I guess I can roll. Oh, Billy rolled really high. Okay. I can make this map here. And go ahead and once you're on this map, it looks like it's taking a little bit to load.
Stuck
Wha-
at 98.
yeah, once you're on it, you can kind of move you guys around to how you think you might be going up the mountain.
Which way's up?
Up is up on the map, so it's
Okay.
going uphill to the right here. It's going around like a bend here.
But what if my head's upside down?
Get out of bed.
Okay, I be bunny over by the tree roots.
Okay. Billy's the only one that makes the perception roll to get to act
Oh no, is it over
before
here?
something happens. Um, Billy actually hears uh like flapping of wings maybe. And like something kind of coming over the ridge.
It's a
You may
dragon.
do something in a surprise round before it takes its action. Before we roll initiative, basically.
Do I
It's
see what
taking
it
it.
is?
You don't see what it is, but you hear something approaching and flying in.
Oh, I will.
You can see it. It comes. Yeah, I guess the way that it have to work is we haven't actually rolled yet. It looks like this.
What the hell is that?
It looks
It
Looks
sort
like
of
a
looks
like a
cool.
cross
griffin.
between a lion and a dragon.
It's a ligan
It
or
has
a
it has an even dumber name than you can
dryan.
possibly guess.
Really?
Yeah, but it's kind of cool. Kind of cool monster.
Okay,
It does
I will
look cool.
cast Mage Armor during the surprise round.
Okay.
And say, watch out, guys! There's a
That's right. We gotta roll.
weird
initiative, so-
thing coming at us.
All
Oh,
right. So
there's no
its
tracker up.
surprise action that it's going to do is it's going to do a roar. Let me see. Does it get everybody with the roar? What's the range on this ability?
When you said its name was Dumber, so now I want to guess. Is it a Dragon?
It's like a dragon with an e at the end.
Oh.
Dragon. Dragone. I don't know. I don't know how it's supposed to be pronounced, but I was trying to
Oh.
figure that out, and I'm like, I don't actually know, but it's like dragon with the emphasis on the second syllable. Okay, so it's 120 feet. So yeah, it's actually everyone's going to be in this. So before we roll initiative, I actually want everyone to roll a fortitude save because one of the
This is-
effects of this can lower your initiative. So
Oh,
potentially, those within 30 feet can even be affected by something else. Okay, so E-foot, you're fine.
I'm fine.
Billy's fine. I guess I'll roll tactics for him. Tactics fine. Although I'm probably not gonna have tactic do much. He used all of his bombs.
Which kind of roll was it?
A fortitude save.
Where the hell is my fortitude? It's in combat, right? Oh, it's at the bottom.
Okay, so it looks like only Vander has failed to save.
No.
Vander, you are fatigued, and also, you're gonna be deafened for a short duration.
Okay.
You're tired. You're strangely tired now, but also, your ears are ringing and you can't hear anything.
So fatigue.
4 rounds. So both of those are
Deafened.
probably going to impact your initiative.
Okay.
I think deafened
I
is
feel like
a
it is Dragone.
Do I need to drag this shit onto my sheet or is no? There it is. I see it.
it should be a default condition.
Death
I think.
and fatigue. There we go.
Pluto, I vote Dragone.
Dragone.
Yeah.
Okay. So now everyone, as soon as I hit the active encounter button, there we go. Everyone can roll initiative.
Or Dragony.
So I think only everyone's fine for no penalties other than Vander, unfortunately.
Well, Efort's not
Not
fine.
not his day.
2.99.
Yeah, because you rolled a 3 and you have a negative modifier.
So it doesn't actually show the dice for initiative roll, turns out.
Yeah, that's
At least
weird.
not for me.
Yeah, I know. I'm not seeing the dice rolls for initiative either. I just hear a noise for them, but I don't actually.
Yeah.
That's because it's cheating.
It's because it's adding a 0.0, like 1, 2, 3, 4, whatever. So it
Oh,
can't do it.
maybe. It's like I don't know what to make of this. It's very confusing. Is that everybody?
That doesn't make any sense because the modifiers don't apply
everybody-
until after the roll.
Yeah, it's everybody that matters. Okay. All right. Malice, you're up first. So this thing is up in the air right now. It is flying above this ridge, which is about 30 feet up.
Hmm. You will move you there and go total
Oh, and it's
defensive.
knowledge arcana if you have it.
Let's see. No, I do not.
Okay.
And he goes total defense.
I guess knowledge nature would work as well. Do you have that?
Yes, I do.
Okay, go ahead and roll that. Okay, you know that these are dragones or dragons or however you pronounce it.
Dragonese.
Dragon. It's a lion.
Dragonies.
Yeah, they despite their appearance, they are not actually related to dragons. But they are like magical beasts. Um, They do
Why are
have
they having go with that name? What the hell?
a
They're like, let's
certain
just
amount.
confuse people.
Yeah, I don't know. They do have a certain amount of intelligence, sort of similar to like a wyvern, though. And they can. Some of them are known to be able to speak, although they usually don't speak very well and usually know one language. Frequently, it's Draconic. Despite them not being dragons, they don't tell them that. They like to think of themselves as it. Their roar can cause fatigue and can deafen people, and they can do it. They can do it pretty frequently. Like they can't do it every round, but they can do it. It like recharges sort of like a breath attack for a dragon might. Um, but otherwise, they don't really have any other like special abilities in terms of like they don't have like a elemental breath attack or anything or any like spell like abilities.
Mhm.
They tend to like to fly at people and um, they have pounce and they're very territorial.
Pluto,
All
Google
right.
says it's Dragon.
Dragon. Huh, okay, so it's just a different emphasis. Than
Yeah,
dragon.
if that means anything. I don't know if Google knows that's a
That's what
Pathfinder
I
word.
was like. I couldn't. There was a bunch of different sites that had it in there, but I'm like, but they don't had anything on like a definition or etymology. They're like, yeah, that's how it's pronounced. I'm like, I don't know if I believe you. Like, it seemed like it was just a random, like it just generated. You could put any word in there and they guess what it was, how to pronounce it. You know.
Yeah, that's okay.
Anyway, so you move up and did you write in action or total defense or what'd you do? Total defense.
Yeah,
Okay,
it went
I see.
total defense. Yeah.
Okay. Billy,
I cast mental block on it.
mental block. Okay, so it gets a
Hope it works.
will save. Yep.
DC 17.
It
No!
makes it.
I was just kidding, Dragony.
Will negate.
Uh, uh, run and hide. Hide under the roots. He'll never go for me.
Okay. On its turn,
He pounces on Billy and kills him.
he's gonna come by. Actually, instead of doing that, he's going to swoop down and do a flyby attack on Malice.
Mhm.
Um, with a bite.
All right.
26.
Misses.
26 misses, and
Hmm.
he continues moving, which does provoke from you, but you're in total defense.
Yep.
How fast can this guy fly again? He actually can't fly.
He actually can't fly at all. They're decoration.
Can't fly that well, actually. So he can move. He barely gets past you. Basically, he's now up like 10 feet in the air. Um, but you could potentially reach him
Hmm.
from there for the moment. But that's as far as he gets. Yeah, you know that they're actually not that. They're not very graceful or agile flyers.
Okay.
Shazra.
All right. I am going to cast a spell, which is going to be shield.
Okay.
And is it flying at the moment?
It is flying at the moment. Yep, but it's only 10 feet up in the air at the moment. So
All right, but I can't reach it. I can't attack it in this round. So I'm going to stay where I am
okay.
and just have my weapon out. It'll be my turn.
All right. E-foot.
Um. Yeah. I guess I'm gonna start my performance
Okay.
I wanna go hide.
The Billy strategy.
Yeah, I wanna go over here.
Okay.
Alright.
So you start doing a song and move over to the cover of the other ridge over there.
Mhm.
All right, Vander, you're up. You cannot hear, so you don't actually get the inspire courage from Efoot because you can't hear it. You're still deaf for a few more rounds. Unfortunately, I didn't even consider that when I was like looking at this encounter, but
Nah.
deafening actually turns that off. I was like, he has to. It'll turn off them beam and it'll affect their initiative potentially.
Where it's going, is that like uphill? Is that like a
No,
cliff it's
that's
going up?
heading. So, like, you guys are kind of going uphill as you go around here. So from the top up here, it's level and
Alright.
then it goes downhill. So that's like a ledge down. So once he gets over the top of this ledge, then he'll be up in the air again relative to the ground down here. Like you guys are on a slope here.
Okay, and is he on the ground right
He's
now?
10 feet in the air where he
Oh,
currently is.
shit. I'm useless then. Um,
Yeah, I think your main range guy isn't actually going to, like, Derek's not here, so I'm not really feeling like I don't have, actually, I don't think his character's configured with bombs and everything in the sheet anyway, so. Actually,
But if you go directly under
pause
him, you
it.
could probably reach him with a melee attack, or no?
If you,
he's
like,
10 foot in
jumped or
the air,
something, you
no.
could. Move over and do an acrobatics, you might be able to do, like, one attack. But it'd be a pretty high acrobatics check to. I think you only have to hit a DC 20 to jump high enough to get an attack. So if you move under,
Yeah.
if you move like underneath him and can
Yeah,
roll
I
up
mean
a DC 20
that's all I can
acrobatics,
really
you can
try
do
and
a
do.
single attack against him. Okay. And this guy's flying like with wings, so okay. You get high enough, you can roll. You may roll an attack. Ooh. Okay. That's it does not confirm the crit, but that does hit him for some damage. Um,
And he has to make a fly check.
he does. He does have to make a fly check. Okay. He actually loses altitude when you hit him.
Nice.
So
Awesome.
he starts like coming down towards the ground. Yeah, basically crashes on the ground next to you. All right. Actually, pretty good turn for you guys. Malice, you're up. This thing
He
is on the
will
ground now.
he will charge it, and he's gonna go for a knockout punch.
Okay. Does this thing have? Does this guy have
That'd be pretty
reach?
sweet. Knock the wind out of it.
Oh, okay. Go ahead.
And I don't know how to add +2, but since I charged, this will be at +2. I don't know why it rolled 2
Because you
spell crit.
because you had a critical threat.
Uh,
Does not confirm either, but you do hit him.
all right.
So he
He
needs to
has to
make
roll a DC 15 fortitude.
DC 15 Fortitude.
I think. Let me pull up the feature real quick. Yeah,
Wait,
What?
Pluto, he
fortitude.
fell to the ground. Is he
Oh,
prone?
let me see.
No, he manages to
Oh,
land. Okay, he makes
Oh,
the
okay.
Fortitude save,
yep.
but he does take a little bit of damage.
All right.
All right. Billy.
I have. Well, I think you guys have it under control. I'm going to cast from my very safe distance Once I figure out what distance is, 35 feet. I'm kind of far away. Okay. So I need to move like max distance over here. Yeah, and now I can reach 35 feet. And I will mind thrust him.
Mind thrust. Okay.
So it's a will save for half.
Looks like he's gonna take half.
It's a will save. You rolled fortitude. Oh no, never mind. I'm dumb. I was looking at the other that fortitude. Yeah,
He
sorry.
takes half.
He takes half of 11, so 5.
Those are pretty low rolls for the damage, actually, aren't they?
Yeah, that was 5d6.
Yeah. 2, 3,
So
1, 3, 2.
average should have been 15.
Yeah, yeah. Now, if you click on the
Something.
11 underneath there, it's
Oh, it shows me the
it
rolls.
breaks down the rolls for you. So 2, 3, 1, 3, 2.
I mean,
All of every individual dice roll was below average.
yeah. That's what happens when I try and do damage.
All right, this
I've
thing.
not had good luck this session, especially that spider saved so hard against my mental skill.
This thing is
Mental
going
spell.
to attempt to attack Vadir, who knocked him out of the ground. Very upset about that. And also hit him very much harder than Malice did. Although Malice did hit him with that knockout punch, which almost knocked the wind out of him. He is still going to go after Vander, though. So we'll start off
Yeah,
with
Vander
a
here knocked him
fight.
out of the wind.
16, does that hit? AC is lowered by being fatigued, yeah?
A little bit because of lower stacks.
Yeah. Does that hit Vander? 16? Wait, I might be able to tell.
Ron? I think he had wife aggro.
Okay.
I heard.
I will check his character sheet. His character sheet says 17, so no. Okay, so he misses that attack. And then he's going to go after him with his 2 claws. And he misses those. Wait, no, one of those hits. 18 hits, I believe. So he hits 1 claw and does a little bit of damage to Vander there. Actually, a pretty good amount, 13. Not bad.
Yeah,
Okay.
he's getting clawbird.
He's getting clobbered.
Jeez.
Shazra, you're up.
Can I reach this thing by going here?
So that's like a cliff, basically there.
Yeah.
So you wouldn't be able to
I'd have to
path
go
that
over
way
here.
on the ground. You can go that way though. Yep.
So I'll go here then.
Okay. Yeah, unless you used something like Blade Dash.
No, I'm not gonna use that. I'm
Okay.
not gonna use the spell slot. I'll just take swing. I'm not gonna enhance the blade. I think we can probably take this thing out.
Okay.
Oh, I was almost at 19 on that die roll.
Let's see. A 20 will hit.
Okay, I do some damage. Pretty good roll too, still.
All right, E-foot.
Well, does it look like they hurt it? Like, can
Yeah.
you tell?
Yeah,
Does
I've
it
heard it
hurt
a good
pretty
amount.
hurt or no?
It got
It
hit
looks
twice.
Yeah, it looks pretty
by
hurt,
melee attacks, right?
especially yeah.
No.
Vander crit it, so or he didn't
Oh,
crit it.
did his? Yeah,
No,
I'd say
his
they
didn't
both
confirm. It
hit.
didn't crit, but he hit it. He rolled pretty high in his damage roll.
We don't need to count the damage I did. It was a tickle.
I don't know whether or not it can understand me or not, but I'm gonna let my performance linger, and then I'm going to try to intimidate it. In
What language?
common.
In common, okay.
Yeah.
Why don't? Oh wait, hold on.
Hey, Ron's back. You have wife aggro?
Yeah.
It's all good. You got attacked by the
Okay, so that's why I
Dragon.
have 30 HP.
Yes, he hit you with one claw attack.
Okay.
So I just went ahead. I know I checked your AC on your character sheet, and only one of the attacks was higher than 17. So okay. So let's see. What is the DC for that you have to beat to intimidate him? It's like his hit die plus wisdom modifier plus 10, I believe.
It's
And he gets a
that sounds right.
and I think there's penalties based on the fact that you're smaller than him too.
That
Like
also sounds right.
so but you rolled pretty well, so let's see here. Okay. Unfortunately, I don't think he's intimidated.
Yeah, I didn't think so, but I'm trying.
Yeah, well, you rolled really well, so I did have to look at to it, but yeah. The main thing that made it not go through is the size difference. It is
Oh
a large creature and you are
no.
small, so that makes basically the DC 8 higher than it normally would be.
Oh, you
And the
mean
DC is
mice
already
can't
increased.
intimidate cats?
They
Dang
can, you just gotta be really damn good at intimidating
it. Gotcha.
to, like, overcome the penalties, or have something that lets you ignore the penalties. I think there's a vigilante thing even that lets you do that, like, you get
Oh.
Yes.
to ignore penalties
Mm.
from size differences. Okay, Vander's up. So
Alright.
you still do not have Inspire Courage.
I'm gonna try and go through them.
Okay. Um, you do not successfully go through
Oh
him,
dang. Okay.
so he will take an attack opportunity on you with a bite. Ooh,
Yeah. Ooh, and
okay.
even yeah, I'm uh I'm at 0.
Are you at 0 or are you at negative 16?
Is that critical damage not added?
No. The critical
Or is that
damage
the
is on the
total critical
right.
damage? Yeah, that's total damage, isn't it? Okay,
Yeah,
so you are at 0 then.
I'm at 0.
But no one hears you because you're deafened.
Oh,
That's
they
how that
hear
works,
you.
right?
Mhm.
Yeah, they see it's 16 plus 14. Okay. So you are actually still up. You're just disabled at the moment.
Oh
Um,
shit, Vander.
you can still take your swift action to attack him though.
Okay.
That won't cause any problems as long as you don't take your standard action. Then you'll start bleeding out. I mean, you can still do that. You'll just take 1 damage and start bleeding out, I guess. Oh, there you go. You crit him back
Oh
potentially.
yes.
Oh, you don't confirm, but you hit him
Dang
at least.
it. 3 crits, none confirmed.
Okay, do some damage at least. I'm guessing that's it then. Yeah.
Mhm.
All right, Malice, you're up.
I'm gonna full round this thing.
Okay.
Hopefully.
You got more of those knockout punches, or is that like a one day
No,
thing?
that's a one-off right now.
Dang. Get more later though.
Hmm.
I guess it is more powerful than Stunning Fist, to be fair though. Like the
Yeah.
effect is. Um,
Okay.
neither of those attacks hit.
Yep.
Shouldn't your Inspired Courage be 2, not 1?
Oh, it should be.
True.
Yeah, you Inspire Courage 4 instead of
Oh, yeah.
Inspire Courage 5. So in that case, one of those attacks would have hit
Aha!
for 12 damage.
Right.
I love the breakdown.
It is still open though, or it is still up though. Yeah, breaking down the rolls and you can see,
It's
hey, wait a
so
minute,
convenient.
something
And
doesn't
then
add up. Oh, a 5-foot step or something?
I don't know why I decided to check that one, but
yeah. I was gonna say to try to protect Vandir, but he'll just stay there.
Yeah, you can't really interpose yourself because you got
Hmm.
crit during a move action, so you couldn't 5-foot step back or anything either.
Yeah.
Well, Billy, maybe you can do something about it.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I can try. Think Mind Thrust is my best damage.
It
So I'll
does look
try
like
that
this
again.
thing is pretty close to down.
Yeah, I'll cast Mind Thrust on it.
You need that
Stop
Slayer
hurting
ability
my
that
friends.
tells you the exact hit points.
Oh, I did better.
Okay, let me
Does he
roll.
make the will save?
Let's roll. His will save is not very good. He's just rolled well on.
He rolled 20.
He fails.
Yes! He takes 18 damage.
He's not dead, but he's unconscious.
Yay!
Ah, good.
Oh, Vandir, let me help you. Oh. And I go
And
over
Dad,
and
your ears stop ringing after like 2 or 3 more rounds. Think 3 more rounds because I rolled a 5 for the duration on that. But you are still fatigued. The fatigue doesn't have a duration. You're just set to fatigue. If you had a chance to
I
do it again, it could have potentially moved you up to exhausted.
I heal Vandir for 11. And maybe we'll do one more. I heal Vandir for 20 hit points.
Total?
Total. Yeah.
Yeah, he does it.
Two cure lights.
Here, Vandir. I pull a scroll out from my pack, and I will cast a infernal healing on you. That was a close one.
Does that do 10?
It
Or
does
does it
10.
do more? Okay. Ron.
Mhm.
I forget, does Ron have a kid?
I'd be quite sad
Yes.
if
Yeah.
You do? I
anything
thought so.
unfortunate were to befall you.
You healed 30 hit points, by the way. Total.
30. I only see 20.
Matt Chazzer cast Infernal Healing on you, but didn't do the roll.
Okay.
There's no roll
There's
required
no roll
because it
for it.
heals 1 HP
Sorry,
per
yeah,
round
didn't do the cast
for
for
10
it.
rounds.
He didn't hit a cast bouton.
Ron, how old's your baby?
You're in 4 months, 3 months, 4 months.
Boy or girl?
Boy,
Boy. Okay, nice.
another one on the way.
He's getting there. Oh wow,
Oh, no.
congrats.
See, this is what happens when you get a puppy. Then you have children. It's every time. Every time.
It's a slippery slope.
That's what it is.
Yep.
Aw.
Well, I think that's about where we're gonna wrap it up for now, though.
Okay.
You guys have a little bit further to go up this mountain path, but at least dealt with one of the dangers.
Yeah, I'm kind of low on spells at this point after the restoration and the healing and the mind throw. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, you've got to drain your resources somehow.
I'm definitely one who does not save
Well, the
for early game at least.
I think there's some wisdom in doing that though, because if you're like too stingy with being like, oh, I gotta save my spells, and then until I really need them, and then you end up using more than you would have if you just to like deal with the problems that happened because you didn't use your spells earlier.
Yeah.
I'm
And then you end up
stingy.
using
I'm always
more.
stingy.
Yeah,
I was
but
more
that's something I've
stingy when I
learned because
first started playing Wiz Pops, but I've changed
Mhm.
since then.
It's just something I've learned with like I've played before where I play like too stingy, and then I notice that I'm like then I end up using that spell later in the combat anyway, and then have to use another spell because we're on like the back foot, like a crit or something that I could prevent it if I just
Mhm.
used the defensive spell to begin with. Like I should have just cast the mirror
Yeah.
image instead of thinking I might need it later.
Yeah.
And it's like, maybe I'll be like, man, I wish I had that mirror image in the next fight, but then I have to think, well, if I had hadn't used it in that last fight, I would have maybe been going to this fight with like half my hit points. Like, who knows?
Yep.
Depends. Like, I know a lot. One thing that'll um make it complicates it is having like cure wands and things like that. But
Mm-hmm.
anyway, yeah.
Yeah, we don't have one of those yet. Maybe we should have asked
Oh, we don't need one. We have the
Jabir.
bunny.
Asked Jabir, like, oh, you want to help us? Can you get us a Cure Light Wounds wand?
Didn't you guys have a cure light wounds wand?
Oh wait, I
Maybe
do
you
have
used
one.
maybe you used
I
it up all
forgot.
the way.
No, I have one. I forgot that was what I bought with my starting gold. I have 43 charges.
Oh,
Hey, who
okay.
wants some Cure Light Wounds?
Yep.
I
I'll
didn't
forget
sustain
by
any
next
damage.
session. So, secret, have a Cure Light Wounds,
Ooh.
8 healing, and Ron,
Vander.
I think
Vandier. I
Vander
forget people's names.
deserves some more healing.
Yeah,
here.
have a Cure Light Wounds wand.
He kind of like won that combat for you by bringing him down from the
Bringing it
sky.
down.
Otherwise, he
Yeah,
probably would have
that
just
was
flown
good.
around and done flyby attacks because, like,
Mhm.
Secret, E-foot heals 8. Did you heal?
Okay.
like you guys don't really have,
Yay.
especially unless tactics there like contributing to combat. He's kind of your only real like ranged. Well, I guess Billy has some ranged spells.
I have some things, but it's
But
not.
yeah,
I'm not to the point yet where I can be like,
we don't have an archer
solo
in this party.
the combat with a
Mhm.
spell. Not quite that powerful yet.
Anyway, I hope you guys had
Mhm.
fun.
Yeah.
Next session will be on the 20th. Hopefully, everyone's good for that.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
I
Cool.
think so. I will not be
All
here
right.
in the fall, Pluto, when I go to Japan.
You visiting Mantis?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I plan to at least. I hope it works
Cool.
out. But I don't know for sure.
Well, just play from his place.
yeah.
Yeah.
There you go.
Well,
Yeah.
I'm doing like a tour group with my mom and my brother and people. So
We'll
Convince
tell them to
Mantis to
fuck
come
off.
play
And
Pathfinder.
too.
Pathfinder is important.
No, just make characters for them.
True.
yeah, for like the 20-person tour group or whatever it is,
Oh yeah,
with
there you go.
complete strangers.
Run a Pathfinder
We'll have a
society.
war.
At the
Mhm.
very least, you have to play Mantis's Sunday game while you're there.
Well, yeah, we'll see. I don't know when I'll be where. Yeah,
I will,
too far away.
because if we play Mantis's game without you while you're literally there, I'll be very disappointed.
If I'm in Mantis City and I have a free day, then I'll try.
Yeah,
But
no,
also, wait, it's
I'm
like
just
8
giving you a bad
a.m. There's
time.
no way I'll be awake, Pluto. It's like 8 a.m. or
8
something.
a.m. That's nothing. I used to get up at
Mhm.
1 in the morning
I
every
know,
day. Back
but
in my
All right.
day.
You're talking about the guy who would stay up till like 4 in the morning watching Korean League.
no, I'd wake up
True.
at 2 in the morning to watch Korean League.
Oh yeah, see, it's like 8 o'clock in the morning is nothing.
Yeah.